starting? Sounds like great. Awesome. Welcome, Alat. Let's do this.
Woo!
Yeah. And okay, so first things first. If I could, we're gonna try something a little new today. I'd like you all to roll initiative for role-playing purposes. So so we can keep in order. So make sure everyone has a fair crack at it.
12 plus 20.
Ooh. Just straight.
I got a 19.
Do you want us to add our initiative bonuses to it?
Yeah.
26.
Sure.
We can hear the dice
The
roll.
dice. Oh, that's awesome.
I love it.
I don't hear all 20s over there.
17.
17.
8.
8. Okay, so I know we're gonna have Ned first. You should
Yeah.
6. Okay, 25 to 20. Ender. 15 to 19.
19.
19.
Oh, 2 19s.
Who else is 19?
17.
17? Okay, so 10 to 14.
13.
And that's going to be Tyrion.
You're even lower than that.
Matt, what'd you roll?
I had a
13.
I have 13.
13.
Okay.
Yeah.
He'll probably go first because he's faster.
Nah.
Got that dex.
Then Alvin, and then Tuzar.
Hold this up, man.
That's where
Can we most of us do that? So we have. Is that okay there?
I'm definitely fine.
Yeah.
Sure.
Alright, that's the RP.
Yeah, that's role playing. This will be the combat one until we get
When in doubt,
a new skull.
We should point out for the listeners, all of them out there, that
Just a.
Alvin is joining us via Skype
Over cell phone.
or a cell phone.
Yeah. Excellent. So we're technologically enabled. Well, welcome back. I miss all of you.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
I missed you, buddy.
We leveled up!
Yes.
Woo!
Levels.
Some of us love it.
Yeah.
Well, you got to level up as many times as we have. So it's not like you're missing out on anything. It's like eating your cake before everyone else gets to eat cake.
Yeah. So they've caught up. We're currently a group of level 8s now. I think we're all finally level 8. Good. All right. So last time, the great mining cart escape of 2018, and was a great adventure. Lots of cool things happened. Other notable highlights is you have a sentient magic items. You have a circlet.
Gregale
Good.
Ronsforged.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Gregale Ronsforged.
Oi, hello. And so yeah, Gregale's here. You also escorted Oberon back safely to the Feywild. You parted company with Sergei Golovov, who turned into a giant white bird and flew off to who knows where. And what else? Oh, you realized that part of the Pike mines had collapsed in, not the entirety of it though. And before exiting the Frostfell, you noticed a large band of hobgoblins leaving the town of Calicut in flames. And while you were under guise of an illusion, one of the main leaders of the Hobgoblin Party, the High Priestess, it looks like, stopped, squinted in your direction, but turned and kept on going. And then you proceeded into the Feywild where Oberon was there, because he went in before you, seemingly returned back to his vim and vigor, full health. He's got this rich shades of orange and red and cream colors to him, and browns, and he's kind of floating above the surface, and the surface of the Frostfell, and he welcomed you all back. And that's where we're going to pick up. So, Adla, Oberon is before you, and he is still floating. And it is very warm, but I think you guys have already changed your gear a bit, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we're feeling off.
Yeah.
Shed immediately as soon as we got in.
We're planning on keeping it in case we're going back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we are going back.
That's the idea.
Gave our word.
I'm finishing.
Well, I'll go back.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go with you. But we will. We
And Oberon looks at you and says, okay. It feels good to breathe the Feywild air once again. So, my adventurers, thank you for your service. I assume you are heading back to Castle Alfethyr because you are probably due not only accolades but reward. So in order for you to prepare for your welcome, I would like to take off in front of you and meet you ahead of there and help the castle get prepared for an appropriate welcome of heroes of your stature.
But will you be safe? I mean, they got you before. What if they get you again?
And he kind of side eyes you.
Okay.
And you see him just he elevates and elevates, and he puts out his hands and his arms extend above his head, and he starts to fly up into the air. He goes, "I'll be fine."
Whoa! Look at that.
And he flies off.
We've flown before.
Yeah, but not like that. That was majestic.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Like a shooting star or something.
Immediately seeing that go.
That is sad. Well, I think we're all due a bit of a rest. We do need to get some help to get back in there and fight.
Maybe the elves have some good weapons or something to fight the giants with too. Like if we're really fighting giants.
Maybe we gotta fight an army, too, would be nice.
Yep. Well, we need to get all of them, and I think that we can do it by maybe getting help from that guy that just flew off.
Oberon's gonna want to do that.
Oberon, right?
He's not gonna want to let this stand.
Yeah.
King, he's gonna want to just.
Let's take his lead.
Man, how long is it gonna take us to get back? We flew here before.
Yeah.
Are there any signs of the pterodactyls?
No, they're long gone. They returned back to the castle, and you don't know how much time has passed either.
Do we have someone in our party that can turn into a giant eagle and take us there? Perhaps?
Yeah, how many people can you carry though?
Probably not all.
Let me check quick.
Wait a minute.
Wait,
Yeah, we've got some tricks.
don't we have Keg with us?
You have the mammoth. You have Keg the mammoth. He's still in bunny form.
For an hour, apparently.
Ooh.
No, I have to keep concentration on this. I can't transform anybody else.
That's right.
Unless I
Unbunny him?
unbunny the mammoth.
What, can you unbunny and make him the mammoth bird?
Yeah, I could if I knew what I was going to transform him into. How big is he?
Keg?
Yeah.
Oh, he's huge. Well, no, he's large.
So can you go, or gargantuan? So the only thing is you can go from
Recheck.
same level to same level?
Yes, challenge rating is the thing.
I also learned that I can turn like you into a T-Rex if I want to. now that they're level 8,
Excuse me?
I can turn him into a T-Rex.
What?
Because he's like tiny kobold, giant T-Rex.
It's all scales.
It's about.
Oh god, the puns in that. Oh.
Multi-level.
It's about challenge rating.
The boys are back in town.
That's a whip point. Okay, I'm going to award you an inspiration for that.
For the terrible pun.
Yeah, for terrible fun.
Whose time is it? Pizza money?
What?
Additional pieces.
An additional?
I think that's
Okay.
pizza money.
Any
Matt,
beast whose
Matt,
challenge
what's
rating
the
is
status
equal
on that, Matt?
or less.
All good.
Alvin?
Yeah, I was just looking this up. So, a giant eagle as a mount.
Mammoth is huge.
So he has a huge creature, like a
Challenge rating. What's the challenge rating? Like 8? Okay, great.
Turn big into a T-Rex.
No, a Quetzalcoatl. You know, one of those huge ass birds. You could fit a house in those
6.
fuckers.
Challenge rate 6.
Oh.
6.
How do I say that word, by the way?
I think you had
That was
it
pretty
right.
That's pretty close, yeah.
That was good.
I think it's Wisconsin.
I struggle with that word.
Does it, when you polymorph, does it have to be something you've seen?
I'm speaking like Norse like things today. Shelter Valkyr's guard.
Does it say?
Bjorn.
Come on, it's easy. It's just like Odin's
Okay.
hall.
Well, in the meantime,
His throne.
so you do have to get back to Castle Alfethyr, which is 2 days by land. And it was a little over a day, but in the air.
And it's 2 days by Mammoth Land?
Yeah.
You know what? We take 2 days to travel. We
Yeah.
banter. We have
We banter.
camp.
It's not a
We
bad
play.
idea.
We
Camp
play.
nights.
We roll some dice
We
games.
can take the mammoth. We just ride
Yep.
it on.
Yeah.
And then Tiny Hut.
What could go wrong?
Something. What could?
possibly-
Mr. Barnes, what could?
Why do you say-
Indeed.
Why do you say things like that?
I say it all the time.
This is true.
So, giant eagle and some other flying thing, and over the forest then.
Well,
Yeah,
when you
I
Yes.
polymorph only
Wait,
lasts
when is
so-
that?
It does only
When
last
is
an
that
hour.
party happening for us?
Was when you get there.
Yeah. The longer that he's got to prepare, the cooler. it's
How
gonna
long
be.
by? How long by air? Again?
2 days. No,
No,
one
that-
one day by air, 2 days by land.
Two if by land, one if by air.
So
I'm fine.
Alright, so the carrying capacity of a giant eagle is up to 300 pounds.
Oh, that's nothing.
That's nothing. You weakling.
well,
This Anolo.
mammoth it is.
yeah, looks that way.
Right.
Probably over 300.
With all your stuff.
I am
Okay.
8 feet tall.
Oh, yeah, you will over 300 pounds.
I'm a Hulk, man.
Well, wait. What could you turn Keg into? If he's huge.
Well, only
Can you
because
make
your
it
challenge
something
rating is
faster?
6.
Oh wait,
so.
I'm sorry, I was reading that wrong. That was my light load. Medium load would be up to 600 pounds.
What's
and
that?
Heavy load would be up to 900 pounds.
That's still not enough for the whole party.
That's
Yeah,
not
it is.
enough.
I think it is.
No, it's not.
How much do you weigh?
It's
You'd
not
be the
enough.
second.
You have to leave keg behind.
We also
He's a
have.
bunny.
He's a bunny
For an hour.
for an hour.
For as many hours we need. How many? Well,
Oh,
that's a day.
divides the
Yeah, no,
whole
that's
thing.
not
No,
gonna
we're
Yeah.
kegging it. We're kegging it.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
going
Let's
on.
keg this
Yeah,
thing.
man.
2 days trip.
Going by foot.
Sorry, Matt.
Intergalactic carrier.
That's fine.
Intergalactic.
You can still do it. You could scout for us.
I'm going to turn into a giant eagle later just for fun.
You can do it now. You can run reconnaissance if you want.
Hey, Matt. How long does haste last?
Not long.
How long
minute.
does the haste last?
One
Yeah.
Haste don't last for like a minute.
Yeah.
Is that a first level for you?
No, haste is...
Level 3.
Yeah, that's a 3rd level spell.
All right.
I
If
think
you
we
can't
come back.
sustain that, that'd be hilarious. Just have a sprinting mammoth through.
All right.
Yeah, it's
Two's all right.
concentration for up to a minute.
Trees are going.
Yes.
Gonna have to unbunny
Yeah,
this.
haste is actually
Kick.
better in combat situations or needing to make a very speedy getaway.
I think we can do 2 days by travel.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. Okay.
Why don't you put the bunny down and step back a little ways, so because you can undo it, right?
Buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop
So you,
concentrating on it.
you set the bunny down. What color was he?
What?
Of course he was, right?
Yeah.
A white
So he's got a lop-eared kind of white bunny, very
Pull out your
fluffy. Oh yeah.
Like dreaded.
Yeah, Muse is there. I mean, it gets crowded.
Muse been put back.
Oh,
That's
he's in the
right.
pocket
It's pocket
dimension. That's
dimension,
right.
yeah.
I forget. Anyway, so you put the bunny down. You all step back, and as you break concentration on polymorph, you see his first thing changes is his coat, and it starts to get bristly and longer and brown. You see it growing away from him, and he kind of morphs, and you see the skeleton and the muscles kind of bulge and slowly transform back into this giant mammoth. And there's, I don't know what that was. I'm sorry.
That was
That was
keg.
close enough. We'll take that.
I mean, that's a bunny going into a keg mode.
Yeah.
That's what that
I've
is.
got, that's a very particular kind of sound that I can't do.
You can never replicate that
Roll
again.
around on the
Imagining
side.
Apu turning into the elephant in Aladdin.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Bingo.
There we go.
It sounds all stretched out and very like.
Yeah, that's what I have to do. Okay, so before you is Keg the Mammoth once again in his full form, his full glory. He looks around, and you realize he's kind of uncomfortable.
Because he's used to the cold.
Yeah.
Can you prestidigitate his hair off of him?
No.
No, I don't think you can.
Just make him
I
cold.
don't think
Just
that's
make
how
him cold.
I don't think that's how
Point.
prestidigitation
Point for
works.
idea.
You can't
Imagine riding around the Feywild in a naked.
With a bald man.
I pull out my dagger. This is going to take a while.
It's low space. It's like
All of us do it.
like a 5-foot surface I can like clean.
Wait a minute, my friends. No.
Just chill him out.
Okay, guys, gotta remember crosstalk. Snow, what are you doing?
I'm looking up how prestidigitation works.
Oh, I've got that. It's,
If
it's
all of
one
you
of my-
have it,
Don't
maybe
you
you can
have
actually
something
shave
else?
this elephant real quick.
Not for
We don't
long.
need to shave him. We can just make him cold.
Well, shaving it means you just do it
Oh, no,
once.
never mind. We
Yeah.
can only chill, warm, or flavor.
You gonna air
Something
condition
that's
the,
not like-
the mammoth?
The best I can do is keep throwing light gusts at him.
Poof. His
Unless
hair
I
just
want to
hair
start
just
dropping
goes.
sleet storms all over the forest randomly and drop hailstorms on ourselves as we're traveling.
Okay.
Can I use my tinker tools to like put together some scissors?
Yeah.
I have two
make
daggers.
Make a check.
You can turn into.
Oh my god. You're gonna make
Some
need to make
shears.
those some large
Let's
scissors.
see. What kind of check would this be?
Sleight of hand?
Wait a minute.
Or,
You should give.
uh,
You should keep going by this though. So
I think it should be an investigation check.
survival, possibly.
I'm gonna say survival. Is probably
Survival
best
to make
for
it.
that.
Sorry.
Investigation check.
Such ridiculously off.
Apples to apples would be good with you.
13's not too bad.
Yeah, where's my survival?
13. That's it. That's all you got.
What do you want to use to fashion your scissors out of?
Metal. I
What
don't
metal?
know.
Do you have spare metal?
I assume so. I mean, I've got a bunch of tinker tools.
I have 2
And then,
daggers.
like, yeah, I'll use
Okay.
daggers.
Well, you take. Okay, so you find a way to get some daggers, and you kind of bind them together with some, some rope and some extra cord, and you fashion some rudimentary scissors. Right.
Dagger shield.
Okay.
I'm
Are
like,
we really just gonna?
Ned, you're next in the initiative.
You make those. You keep them. Ned's gonna take out Howard and just start grabbing clumps of hair and cutting it off.
Make an animal handling check. You're shaving a mammoth.
Yeah. Hold still, Keg. That's exactly what she says. She rolls a 4. 3. That's a 3.
Okay. I need you to roll a d6.
Okay. How much is this gonna hurt? 4.
Okay, you kick them out. It takes 4 damage as you're you slice it.
Oh, I hurt him!
Yeah,
Oh, no!
you start
no.
stomping and gets really looks very upset that you accidentally nicked him along the side of his ribs.
Ouchie.
I'm gonna feel really bad about that.
All right.
It could be worse, Kate. She could check in the head.
It's your turn, Andrew.
Oh, come on. That's a great insult.
I missed it!
Yeah.
Oh no! I missed an insult.
Yeah.
Darn. You're my
You
favorite.
gotta speak up.
Could you just prestidigitate him into an elephant? Or not prestidigitate, whatever that magic
If-
that wizards do that I don't understand because it's not musical.
only last for an hour, and I can only do it 6 times. So it's 6 hours of elephant.
I think we should just ride him in the stuff for water a lot. Maybe just get him wet. I mean, the fur is good.
I could do that.
At being a sponge.
And then those breezes, it'd be like AC.
I could get him wet.
I'll throw some cantrip gusts at him, see how he likes that.
Yeah.
What mammoth? Good plan.
But it's not going to smell great.
Oh no. Especially not on day 2.
Prestidigitation will help with that.
There you go.
All right, Anolo.
Yep. So I'll let them do the talking, and I'll just speak with animals.
Can we pause it for a second?
Time. Right, and what I do is speak with animals. And I say, Keg, buddy, Keg, listen, we're all little frantic, and you look really upset. Right, because you're probably really sweaty, but they're going to keep talking. And I'm just going to kind of climb up on top of you. We're going to start moving kind of subtly. And they're just going to get it. And they're going to jump up on top. We're going to start moving right now. You ready, buddy? And I'm going to climb up. You want me to move? No, yeah. Well, let me get up top first, buddy. And then when I get down, and I'm like, okay, buddy, we can do this.
He looks up at you. He sees you kind of flapping back and forth. It's so hot.
Listen, I think those weird smart people down there, they're talking about it. I don't know, some kind of thing with the water, the gusts of wind. I don't know. But we're just going to start walking. You and me. Let's go.
Okay.
Hey, look, we're going to just get going, so you guys might want to jump on quick.
Just run after him.
Okay. So, what do we do? Like, dex
No,
checks?
I imagine you don't need to make a check because you have the cool cape.
Oh yeah, you just spider up.
Ooh.
Furio, make a acrobatics check.
Oh, for God's sake. Goodbye, cruel world. It's a dex modifier, right? For acrobatics?
We'll give you advantage. You haven't really gotten real far yet.
And that's how the party liked, trying to climb up on that.
Yeah. And that's how the party turned into a TPK.
That's by trying to climb a mammoth.
Not more.
Alright, so advantage, that means I get another roll. Okay, so let's see. This is higher. 18, alright. I actually did.
You take a couple hops and you jump onto the woolly part near his like hindquarters and you kind of scramble up.
Speed.
Okay. Alvin,
Yeah.
I need you to make.
Acrobatics check to get up on keg there.
Yes, please.
Uh, 19. So.
You two quickly ascend and kick the mammoth. Tuzard,
I got a 15.
that's enough. You're kind of like these long strides, catching up, and you manage to scramble up a keg as well. Top of the order, Ned, then Ander.
17.
You guys are all doing really, really well.
Oh, it's
At
okay.
the start of it.
Good. So yeah, you manage somehow to sprint a little bit and get to the front forelock and climb up the kind of his chest part to get and you sit right next to Anolo.
Oh,
13.
13. You do as well.
Oh.
Yeah. Kind of hanging on the back of the leg, guys. And you kind of climb.
Hello?
Yeah.
Help.
he doesn't look so pretty when he's like, oh.
Good.
Oh.
Yeah. So now you have all successfully climbed up on Keg and you're traveling through the Feywild.
Oh, we had this. We still have our spectator with us, right?
Yeah.
So you can make water to keep the werewolf. Holy man! Cool.
You hear that gig they're talking about? I told you to figure it out.
Oh, that was not my idea. That was your idea.
Oh, it was me?
I don't know why I just looked at it.
I did that?
Yeah.
I forgot.
Well, I think that Zarek is probably following along, hovering. He can keep pace. He'll keep up. He's like, I don't like riding the mammoth. It's too hairy. But I will make water. So yeah, he's down there. Okay. So as you are traveling through the Feywild, the familiar forest from what you saw, I guess at this point, probably a month ago, when you first entered in, you assaulted the giant temple tree. I mean, it is a very dense, almost rainforesty kind of feel. Yeah.
Well, wait, a month has passed?
Give or take. I mean, that's when you were made. That's when you first started.
Our first time entering
Yeah.
it. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
First time entering.
Not from right before we left the phase
You actually,
there.
you don't really know how much time has actually passed, but it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to give you a reference point. The
I'm just checking if we were time traveling.
nope.
Okay.
Except the forest here is not so much green, but it's more like purple.
Ooh.
And the bark on the trees are silver. Sometimes they get rusty into a bronze. It's definitely more like a twilight kind of feel. Like it's almost like eternal nighttime. Not in the sense it's dark, but it's that dusk hour. Everything's purple and violet and pink. It's all those beautiful colors.
I bet this forest is a prince.
Yeah, maybe somewhere. So, let's see here. Oh, because Alvin.
Yes.
Yes. As you are perched atop Keg the Mammoth, you notice that there is a new path that's kind of diverged from the one that you're currently on, and you guys are blazing a trail with Keg, but it seems to be one that you have recognized and were familiar with. It goes off to the ways a little bit. It looks like it's been traveled recently, not by elven feet though. The tracks look larger and recent. What are you doing?
Alright, well, I turn to the party and I say, hey guys, did anyone else notice this path over here? Because those footprints look distinctly non-elven to me and quite large.
Oh, those might be the Goliaths we sent through.
Well, do they look like the size of my feet?
Do you hold
Put your
foot
foot
out?
in there.
No, right. The size of this.
Anolo sticks his foot out. He goes, yeah, it's about my neck.
Anolo's foot.
Did you not see it?
I'm looking at it right now and sizing up your foot.
Okay.
It's about the size of Anolo's feet.
Okay.
Most of the tracks.
It's like Goliath bridge, guys.
Yeah.
We,
And it's there are several. It looks like almost a caravan of people have passed through. So there are Goliath footprints, there are some human footprints, and there are other footprints of various sizes and shapes. But it looks like several people have passed through here.
listen, it's the refugees.
Should we check on them?
Why not? We can take them back to Titania and Oberon.
At the very least, we can have our little eyeball fella make them some pizza. Give them some
Must
supplies.
be famished.
We might need food.
Hey, let's go. Well, is it a good idea, friend of the forest?
I see no danger here.
Well, I'm inclined to believe him. I mean, his trees are weird, but it's a trail.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm down with that. Might as well go see what they're doing.
Yeah. Ned's gonna take a really thorough look at this other path.
Okay.
And just make sure she doesn't see anything like skulking in the trees or
The path of the tracks.
like where the path. Oh, the track path, whatever the new path is that
Yeah.
you said. The new. So just like checking, make sure there's like nothing strange or ominous or
Okay.
deadly.
So make a
What?
nature check.
Nature check? Okay, where's nature? That's okay. 19.
19. Currently within your visibility, and visibility is really kind of obscured because it is thick, it is heavy jungle kind of stuff, heavy, but from what you can tell, it looks relatively safe.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's do it.
The tracks themselves, if you had to give them like an age, how long they passed, it might have been maybe a day or two, if that.
Is this going to put us off? Well, I mean, it's obvious. But it's going to put us
Yeah.
off track.
So we lose 6 hours. We want them to starve to death, and maybe they'll join us.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right.
I vote for finding the refugees. I feel a bit responsible for them.
Yeah, we're going to.
Plus, if these aren't the refugees,
We should kill them.
I'm sure Titania and Oberon will. Or that.
I don't really think they are. We slay them.
Sorry,
Regardless.
if I got more bloodthirsty.
It's that helmet or thing. But yeah, so I'm going to start to steer. Okay. Hey, big guy, we're going to go a bit off to the right.
It's to the right or to the left?
Or that way.
You're off to the right.
Yeah, we're going to go that way and follow this. And keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great, buddy.
Okay. Cat kind of grumbles and looks up at you.
I like this guy, Keg.
Yeah. It's like, fine. Yes, Tyrael.
Would Keg know his left from his right?
He would. So listen, and when I say the right, what I mean is this leg when I'm kicking with you, that side. That one. But it's not. Sorry, buddy. I nudge him with my right foot.
What the hell?
That side, yeah, you're going to want to go that way.
Make an animal handling check.
Alright.
That's to screw over the party, but just out of curiosity.
And I'll get an 18 on that, Mr. Powers. Yes!
Yeah.
Root cake, that one. That way.
You're fine. You got it.
Yeah, he kind of barrels through some of the trees, and you hear this cracking as timbers fall kind of, either side of you. You go, just for the record, this sucks.
Well, you don't. You're pretty great.
Okay. All right. So as you're traveling, it's gonna take some time to get through this. If you guys want to banter, that's fine. It's up to you.
This is the Feywild. This is the home of the Tigers.
Yep.
The shiny people. I mean, the elves.
What are you getting at?
Well, I've never been here before.
How about that?
I'm just explaining where we are.
To
Turag.
Right.
Oh.
Talking head thing.
So basically now, when you just talk, we should just ignore you first until you address us.
At one time.
Well, I haven't been here before.
So
What can you guys tell me about it?
first.
I'm half elf. And I appreciate that language. Second, we'll get there. We'll get where we need to go, but we're cultivating allies. Wait,
He
where
makes
do we
no
want to go?
sense. Look,
The hat
What's
wants
he
to
talking
go
about?
somewhere.
So, Snow, basically, where we are right now is this otherworldly place for elves called the Ladrin, and they're colored off the seasons. And right now, you just saw Oberon, who's a king of one court, and we came here to get him for Titania, a queen of another court. So there's a lot going on.
They're married. They're in the same court.
Oh, is it the same court?
Yeah.
You were in that boy.
Right.
You're exactly.
That's another fourth wall to break.
Who are you talking to?
You're
I
starting to
was
snow.
talking to Snow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's not.
I was like, yeah,
Okay.
I've never been
Yeah,
here before.
if our monk was here as well, he'd probably be listening.
Greg, you there?
He's coming.
He's coming.
He's coming.
He's old Greg, right?
hey, buddy, you doing all right?
Well, how are you doing?
You're talking to yourself.
I'm
mate.
talking to Greg.
Ned's gonna feed Death Striker and whisper little things at him and pet him and stuff.
Death Striker.
The bee comes up, and starts buzzing around, comfortable finally in its home plane of existence.
Cold.
You see it kind of puffs out a little bit.
Was it one of the
He's
mountain
growing.
ranges?
What's that? What?
Was this one of the mountain ranges?
That's not a bee noise that you
Whoa.
can be.
Smart people. What was that mountain range we were just on? Is it, maybe you, Mr. Nature? Do you remember somebody?
Oh, where were we just now?
That we were on?
We were in the Dire Peak Mountains.
Is there a VYS mountain?
This.
Mountains in Vis. The mountains in Vis. That's where Greg wants to go.
This.
Nothing I
Nope.
can see.
Anybody know of anything about the Vis or Voice Mountains?
I would have to do a memory check.
Nature?
What's a memory check?
That's going to be an intelligence check.
Intelligence.
Oh,
Straight
yeah,
up.
just bump that.
Where are those mountains?
18.
18.
Oh, 21. Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't realize I had a...
Yeah, 9. I failed my history class.
Yeah. So you recognize this is a country in the material plane.
Oh.
And it is currently populated mostly by monsters. However, there is other humanoid figures there, and they formed a loose commonwealth of people that are trying to be taken seriously. And there is a mountain range in that country.
Alright. Oh, so Ned's gonna be like, oh yeah, that's up where where we came with the boats and the dragon and all that stuff. It's from there, but there's like these mountains and there's monsters everywhere there, but they're trying to be cool monsters, but they're not. But they're trying. There's mountains there. I heard of them.
Very useful.
Which was back in the place before this place.
Yeah, not the mountainy cold place, but where we were all like born,
Yeah.
probably.
Well, tell your friend, we're not going back just yet, but we will, maybe. Someday. I mean, we're not even thinking about that piece yet. You get this thing and talks to him. We're not going there yet.
That's a beautiful touch. Sitting on the stack of.
I just smile and nod.
He looks nice.
So, is it who's able to look at Andrew?
Yeah, I just think I commented on how nice he was.
Okay, so you see like the kind of the brim of the crown. It's usually like this kind of triangular point. You see the very tip of it kind of curve into a smile.
Oh, whoa. What, hey, Zarek, what's in that water you're spraying on us? I'm seeing the smile on him.
It's just water, Master Anolo. Did I do something wrong, Master Anolo?
No, you're fine.
I would like to correct it if I did.
You're doing great, guy. Keep going. Maybe a tad bit colder. I think King's getting hot.
Colder?
Yes.
You got it, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead and use shape water to freeze the water on him and stuff.
And what shape?
Just in case,
Icicles?
just like in case part of his body that doesn't need.
Okay, so you want to like have like little packets of ice around him?
Yeah.
Ice packs. Yeah.
Okay, ice packs.
Cool
Very
and
nice.
best.
Excellent. So you make some. Do you want to give them like a color or like a particular shape?
Something nice and flowery looking.
Okay, so you have these wonderful.
I like it.
Yeah.
Ice
Like a
and
rosy
filigree.
tint.
Okay, so you have like these beautiful bouquets of roses that kind of form a wreath around Keg the Mammoth, and it's a wonderful ice sculpture.
I'm freaking out, mate. Oh my god, I saw the thing smile, and now that I see these things turn into
version of,
flowers.
a hippie bus.
Is this
It's
normal?
so we have
It's
now.
Are you doing this?
It's magic. Just don't worry about it.
Have you been in the spices again?
No, man, I promise.
I start messing with you like this.
Oh god, no. Keg is so games, me and you, buddy. Just keep going.
Ned's gonna just pat your leg comfortingly and be like, "It's okay. You wanna pet Death Striker?"
No, thank you.
Is this really the weirdest thing you've seen?
Oh god, it is. It is all bad.
Oh my god.
I'm going to. We're gonna sound a Virgie whispers in his ears. I'm just maddened giggling just to make it worse.
He's torturing Anolo.
Yeah. He's gonna cast thaumaturgy to make some whispers in Anolo's ears.
just like weird giggles, like.
This is a bad
Do
place.
you notice him doing this?
I
Make
want
a
to.
perception check.
I want to go back to that frosty place. It's better.
Don't notice.
I'm
16 perception.
hearing all
You
kinds
definitely
of
realize Tyrael is like
stuff.
casting thaumaturgy.
This is
Okay,
awful.
That's
Just
not cool, guy.
my people have got me out of here. Stop. It don't care.
It's awful good. Let him have his fun.
It is making me cry. Stop. It's okay. I got me. I got me. I got me. You guys are totally monsters, all of you.
I'm not bad at
We've
all.
done nothing over
I mean, I'm lawful good, but I'm mischievous. I can't help it.
I'm concerned for you, but if I was in on the joke, I would be laughing.
That's fair.
It's all because I slugged him the one time. Freaking my mind out.
Okay.
Get
Um,
tortured, so
After a few hours and some torturing of poor Anolo, you realize it's probably time to stop that.
For a few hours.
No, I mean,
This is not fun anymore, guy.
To you. Crying. I don't want to stand the last round.
it only lasts for a couple minutes.
It's okay. It's thematically played out.
Yeah, it's only for a minute.
Fair enough. So you up off the distance, you see several humanoid shapes kind of traipsing through the Feywild. They look like they're wearing furs, heavy other heavy clothing, and they look sorely out of place here.
Smart enough to take their furs.
They probably only
No,
have-
well, they're not full
naked.
cloaks. I mean, they're just like furs around their shoulders. They're holding their cloaks, like because all their vests are usually lined with stuff. No, they're wearing armor.
We should stop.
Give him a trumpet. Okay, give us a trumpet.
Oh, okay.
He can't understand me.
Well, Keg, he wants you to blow your nose really loud. Make that noise you to make, you know. That's it, guy. Right, let him know.
That's a lot higher than I expected.
It's a decibel.
Some species, the male animals are more high pitched.
Oh,
Cast your light sphere over them so they can see
Okay.
it. Oh, is it? It's not dark, is it?
Is it dark?
Oh, it's dark-ish.
It's darkish. It's
Oh, okay. Then I'll put
Shady.
a drift globe up.
okay. You put up a drift globe above the map. Looks like a little kind of flare that sheds this kind of beautiful pale silver blue light over all of you, and you see the band of people turn around and kind of squint, and off the very head of the line you see this large Goliath woman, and she turns around and you see like the light reflecting off her bald head, and she's like, "Oh yes, I remember you. You're those adventurers that came through here. How are you?"
Hey, Keg buddy, can you bow your head so I can walk right off your nose down the trunk, old-fashionable like?
Make an animal handling check.
My buck's gonna run dry. Oh, let's get a 13 on that.
13. He kind of looks up at you, like giving you a side eye. He's like, "Seriously, you want me to do this?"
I haven't seen my card in a long time, and it's a female over there. Yeah, man, I mean it, please.
Oh my
wait, I
God.
want to see. Can I perceive that he's trying to get his freak on there?
Oh yeah, get your
No, freak out.
roll
Definitely.
insight.
Ooh.
Oh my god!
He knows.
He knows everything.
I like, hey, pull my lute out, start playing a romantic song.
Okay,
Keg, do it.
so in a moment of inspiration, Andrew pulls out his lute, strums a song, and as you see Keg the mammoth kind of put one leg down, kind of bow, and Anolo make an acrobatics check.
All right.
Oh God.
No, yep, that might be
Like,
all right.
wait,
Athletics.
Can I give him inspiration?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
I give him
You
inspiration.
give inspiration.
Oh, it actually inspired.
Yeah.
You don't have to roll it. You can save it in
You
case
save it till
something else
after.
happens. Yeah, do it now.
17.
Well,
17.
Now I want to look. Yeah.
So you kind of slide down the front of the tusk, bearing your shield forward, and you
Yes.
land right there.
On my knee, right, and the sword down, kind of like I'm bowing to it, like a king.
Oh, fashion points, style points.
That's right.
Okay.
Now I'm real thick.
I think I hope we have an inspiration for just the lengths you have gone to try to impress some lady.
That's fair.
This is the
That is
first
just-
one I've seen. She may not be great, but women come out first, right?
Large
I've got no.
Aren't you supposed to be a
qualms.
priest?
No, not a priest, just a man of straight faith. Of protection.
Okay. She looks at you and goes, "Well."
Yeah. Mhm.
That is and she pulls at her ear a little bit.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna blush slightly and look back at her.
I like to browish at him, good one.
Nice. I'll get it.
Quite the entrance.
It's my crew. All of them, even that big guy, Keg, the mammoth. He's fun.
Yeah, he's already entered awkward conversation territory. This is going perfect.
On the plus side, the mammoth is decorated.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, flowers and stuff.
God,
So
you really painted this picture nice.
That's true. We have a decorated a bouquet
I
mammoth.
can't hear you. You're gonna have to have the sneak.
Okay. So,
My lady, are you part of the crowd that migrated here from the Frostfell?
yes, I believe you told us to come here. You said it
We
would
did.
be
We
safe.
saved you. Remember that?
I'm gonna take one of the frost flowers and try to like slip it to him from.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Nope.
Oh boy.
You kind of
12.
reaching out this
12.
thing, and it kind of melts in your hand, and the flower falls and just crashes on the floor.
So, if you may, and not to be too fast, but I do remember outfitting 2 people, 2 of the other Goliaths. Are they around still?
She kind of looks over. She points. She goes, "Oh yeah, they're over there. They're kind of in the middle. We put them there to keep the rest of the refugees safe."
Safe. Right. And what is it that your fine self be doing in this clan here? What position do you hold?
It's been quite a long time since any Goliath has called me fine.
Ned
Well,
is
it's
going.
nice.
I want to roll perception for Ned to see if she understands or realizes anything that's happening.
Likewise.
Oh darn, she does.
Well, your passive perceptions, you would know.
Well, my passive perception is a 9.
You failed
I don't know
naturally.
about that. I'm very not perceptive.
I'm just like, yeah,
That's
this is how the
Alvin.
conversation.
Ned has a passive wisdom of 9.
That's your insight.
Oh, my insight.
No,
Yeah,
did
it'd
I
be
write
the
it
same.
down wrong?
Insight would be the same.
Okay. So would you roll Snow?
I rolled a 1.
A 1.
You're just gonna slide down 2.
What do you
Well, no, this is
I
just
didn't
since I
roll
sound like,
anything.
yeah,
I
this is
guess
a
I
normal
tried.
conversation. I don't know anything.
Well, what's your modifier
What's
from
your
10?
Yeah, insight.
You're trying to.
Oh, actually,
Figure
that's
out
a
this
good.
stuff.
Yeah. So 15.
You clearly know that Anolo is laying the moves down.
That's right.
Yeah.
Rockish style.
Yeah.
Can
So
I
yeah.
roll perception to see how old this other Goliath is?
Sure.
Alright, let's see. 17.
17. You're right. She is not too old. She's probably middle aged for Goliath, maybe a little bit on the shorter side of that. But yeah, she's firm, and she is clearly
They age like humans, kind of.
yeah. So I put her about 39, 40.
She's Pilates, you know.
Yeah,
Ooh.
she's toned, and you can tell she's worked very hard for most of her life, either as a farmer or because this is Turag. She did build all the stone memorial site that you guys did pass through.
She built it?
She built it.
Yeah, it's the same one.
That's when you met on the way in.
It should just get hot in here. So, I mean, she's a nice lady. Very, very nice.
Isn't she also married? Isn't she like missing her?
I don't see anything
Wait, this is
that
the-
would indicate.
I think her
This is
husband
the
died,
scout?
but she said to keep on the lookout for her 2 children.
That's the same one?
Like, so look at doing it.
Oh, she's a widow.
So, right,
Available,
what is it you're
technically.
doing in this makeshift clan here? You've got her, ma'am.
She looks at you kind of, just her face just changes, just stone faced now. She goes,
Well, aren't you...
"You told us to come here."
No, right, I know that. Well, or do you lead these people? Or are you just kind of somebody who comes down and greets all the nice folk?
I start playing louder to sort of.
I'm trying to make up for this.
Yeah.
She goes, "Yes, I'm the leader.
Well, good, that's
Is that
great.
clear enough for you?"
You must understand that I really ain't to talking much, but you seem to be like kind people. So I figured I'd come down here, slide, and make an entrance, and then figured out it then. And I lost it, clearly. So,
I see how you are with your fancy walk and your cute talk.
Can I help out?
Okay.
yes.
Turag, you'll have to forgive Anolo. He was very brave back there. And he took a shot to the head. He's not quite fully himself yet. He saved us all, though. It was incredible.
Make a persuasion check.
He's so great, buddy.
26.
She looks at Anolo and she looks back at you. That explains an awful lot.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, as long as we're wingman Anolo here, I'd like to cast a minor illusion to put a little sparkle in his eyes.
I just gave him an eye.
Would you wink at her?
Or at least I try to. So let me throw down
Is it
persuasion.
like enemy?
It's more like
It's like the cantrip
It's-
illusion of trying to airbrush him a little, make him look,
maybe kind of like the Rock.
right? Like where they like tingle the teeth in like the eye when he's just like super big. That kind.
Do you do the peck dance?
Yeah, of course. I can't. I've got armor.
Oh, that's
And that would be a 16 for persuasion.
Oh, excellent. So you see her face soften again, and she's clearly warmed to you once more. She goes, are you making that plate mail dance?
I thought you might notice. Yeah, I am.
oh my god.
It goes to the song he's playing.
Just the Greaves.
Oh man.
You're disgusting.
Okay. Well, maybe a fancy man like you could help some people out navigate this forest.
Well, let's give it a go. I'd at least like to talk to the people who I gave our weapons to, see if they still got all their fingers. At least.
Make a perception check.
That'd be a 5.
You kind of look around. You can't pick them out of the crowd, so you don't know
Yeah.
if they have their fingers.
Well, maybe they're someplace else. Yeah, but if
Okay.
Oh my gosh, the whole table's like face palming.
that was a very emotionally charged interaction between, well, Anolo and a female. Doesn't happen often, folks.
Savor it.
I am.
Oh my god.
That
Right.
got weird. Yeah. Move forward.
What are we doing?
Who's after Anolo?
That's going to be Snow. If you want to chime in.
Any moment?
So, see. We told him. Did we just tell him to come here, like not directly to the elves?
Well,
They don't know how to get to the elves from here, I don't think.
I guess we're heading towards the elves. If you wanted to, tag along.
you could ride. Oh, that's not my turn.
Is that are you trying to convince them?
Yeah.
I'll make a persuasion check.
Get him, Snow!
14.
14. So this little kobold, this pearlescent kobold, comes up and looks at the Turag. But the size difference is tremendous. Yeah. And like, you can come with us. She looks down at you. I guess so. If you guys know where you're going.
I think they do. I hope they do.
Do we actually?
I mean, like, we were on the pterodactyls. We saw the general direction that we were going.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. You guys know pretty much how to get back.
And besides, isn't
We haven't tried.
Elvin, aren't you like
Yeah.
periodically flying up there and checking it out?
Yeah, I can just scout from above. Yeah.
You can kind of
Okay.
get
Yeah, you guys can find it pretty easily.
Do we got the space can carry, like, or at least
A
lead?
whole tribe of people? No, they'd have to walk.
Yeah.
Well, then
Okay.
they will walk.
I'll walk down amongst the people and play for them and try to buoy their spirits as we walk.
Okay.
That way there's an extra space on top of keg for Turag.
That's mighty nice of you, man. Yeah.
The ultimate wingman, Bard over
Totally
here.
nailing it,
I'm
dude.
just a romantic at heart.
Dude, inspiration point.
Yes. Let's give that up.
I mean,
This has been a very inspiring session.
yeah.
But if she hurts you,
The bromance
That's
is real.
right. He's got my best interests, my friend.
Okay. So what's the plan?
Back to the trail.
yeah, but this is the wrong trail that they were on.
Yes.
All right, we got to turn around, folks. Maybe. So is it my turn? It's not my turn. Sorry, it's your turn. Or Alvin's turn.
Alvin, the phone.
Which? What?
Where did Tyrael go?
Doing stuff.
Oh, Tyrael, I'm sorry.
I was looking at the wrong turn.
Yeah, I was definitely looking at the wrong thing. I don't know why, but the
So, okay, I'll just make my voice louder really quick with Davardi. So, if everybody will follow the mammoth, that would be great.
Excellent.
Nice.
Well played. Okay, so people see, like, turn around, like, they're very confused about why is there a mammoth from the Frostfell in the Feywild? And they see
It's covered in
guys.
flowers.
Yeah. They're like, okay, so they just kind of turn around and they all kind of get back in line next to Keg.
Well, they probably recognize us for saving them.
Some of them do. Some of them do not.
Giant mammoth with a spectator over top of like its head, pouring water on it, leading
With ice flowers everywhere
flowers
that are
leading
colored.
through.
What part of our
Yeah.
names doesn't precede us at this point?
With the audio.
Yeah.
I chose the right group.
Yes.
Yeah.
Were you ready?
Like, oh yeah, clearly I trust these guys.
Clearly. So trustworthy.
Okay.
Alvin, do you have
Alvin's
anything you
here.
want to do?
Alvin's yours.
Your turn there, buddy.
No, sorry, nothing in specific right now.
Okay. Tutor, anything?
Well, we're heading back. I'd like to pull Mew out of the pocket dimension.
Okay.
And just kind of like look around at everybody else that's like riding the mammoth and just be like, so there's this weird thing going on with my cat.
With your cat?
Yeah, I think it's got something. Like it picked something up from when it got captured, maybe that one time or something. And I don't know what's going on with it. It's weird.
So, fleas pick something up, or magically pick something up?
Magic stuff.
Is Ned isn't saying this. I'm asking this, but it's not actually a cat. It's a what? Specifically, is it a fiend?
Yeah.
So no matter what, like detect good and evil stuff, it's always gonna be evil. Like it's not gonna reveal anything
maybe,
new.
Maybe Mew is evil. I don't know.
Wait. We can all confirm right now that cats are inherently evil, so
I
continue.
can.
Chaotic evil being.
Definitely.
I prefer to think of my cats as chaotic neutral.
That's true, yeah.
Self-interest.
So what? But Mew is a fiendish cat.
He's some sort of
Let me
other
double check what the
realmy
exact spell
creature.
says.
So, Keg turns around, trampling down forests, mashing plants, and generally just laying waste to certain parts of the Feywild, and you guys get back on track to where the original path was.
So you
Tutor.
think,
Spirit.
Okay.
Spirit.
Yeah.
Stallion and silver.
A spirit that takes an animal form. It doesn't say anything about what kind of alignment it has or anything. All right.
No, it's not
Presumably the
alignment.
same as its commander or
Yeah,
something.
that probably makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a very neutral cat.
It's a very neutral cat. Spirit.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a cat. It is.
No.
so you think this thing that it caught might be a problem or something?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. I got this really bad feeling about it. I'm just, I don't know. Does anybody know anything about this?
Can I
Well,
cast
let's,
Arcana?
I was gonna say, well, let's take a look, and then we can give somebody like advantage to roll knowledge
I
right
can
now or something.
turn the faithless. If it's what.
Would that kill you?
So it will turn. So as an action, you present your holy symbol, and each fey or fiend within 30 feet of you that can hear you must make a wisdom saving throw. On failure, creatures turn for 1 minute or until it takes damage. Turn probably means.
Turn around and walk away.
So
No,
I'm sorry.
no.
When I was reading that though, I wasn't hearing you when you said, "Is it an evil
It's a
creature?"
spirit.
It's a spirit.
But it might have something evil happening.
So if
in
I
it.
turn it, we'll know that something bad's in it. But if it's a spirit, I can also detect divine sense, and I can see if it's evil or not.
Yeah.
Maybe divine
Check-
sense.
check
Do that first?
Yeah.
Or I could just Arcana check and see if I know anything about it and see what it. No.
I think it's more complex than that.
You can try.
Can I give him advantage? Like we're both.
Hold on. It's actually Ned's turn.
Ned's just petting Death Striker.
Okay.
And, like whispering little things into its ears.
I'm on the ground with the people. I was trying to get maybe a spectator to give them refreshments so that they're
Okay.
Pizzas.
So you motion down to Zarek.
Pizza and water.
Yes,
For these
Master
people?
Ender.
Did you provide water and pizza for these folks?
Water and pizza?
Can we talk about this?
Yes. I remember the pizza. What flavor pizza?
Spice it up.
Mushroom.
Mushroom pizza it is, sir. I cannot guarantee the
And
flavor,
sausage.
but...
And sausage.
And sausage.
Great pizza.
Lovely choices. And he kind of floats off in between the people who are in line, and every so often he'll stop and he'll just produce water and a couple of pizzas. And, flop, flop, and people are like, looking at this, it's like, they don't know what it is.
Eat it and drink it. Well, don't drink the food. Eat the food. Drink the water. I'm sure you get how this works.
They pick up a slice. They're like, what is this delicacy? They're just very confused. They take a bite.
I show them. It's awesome.
And they slowly consume the pizza. And they're like, thank you. Murmurs of thanks and appreciation travel throughout the crowd.
When you travel with the Oddbot, you travel in style, or our version of it.
The odds.
Right, so like I said, I'm talking to the what's her name again?
Turag?
Turag. I'm talking to Turag. So listen, they're talking about this cat back there, and I'm going to need you to hold on the reins for a bit. And as soon as we get to that part of the road where it turns, you want to take a right, and then we're just going to keep it straight. First, no, because we took a right to get off. So you're going to have to take a right to take. And if you don't know what that means, it's this song. Keg may not remember. So when
Don't
you
use me
do
as a
turn,
body double for the checklist.
when you do turn, you just got to nudge him in this side. Anyway, listen, you can't.
Hold on, she's going to make an animal handling check.
Oh
For
god.
Anolo? She succeeds.
If you'll excuse me, I'm going to do something pretty awesome. If you want to. So then.
Just do it.
Got to narrate it, man. So, let's see the cat. Oh, Mew. Let's see Mew. Detect evil.
Okay. So you pass your hands over Mew, and you're getting a clear sense that part of Mew is evil.
Which part? Like, I mean,
His spleen. For
what if it's in his heart, dude? What if it's in his head? We don't know. He said part of him.
Back left paw.
What if it's a parasite? We don't know. I've got to see it.
I almost choked on my cookie. That's funny.
Yes. To get that, we're going to use these tonight too, fellas. We're going to have an awesome time.
I did not specify, so that's probably a fair question. Sorry.
Simple parts.
It's like when you mix like Dr. Pepper and Sprite in one
But you
soda.
don't shake it.
Who does
Right,
that?
Right, I would do it. And then it's like it's part Dr. Pepper, but you can't really say which part.
Right, so it's actually
assuming.
stirred up, but it's mixed and it's a bit watered
Are you
down.
going to shake the cat?
No,
Shake and not
no.
stirred.
It's
And I
beautiful.
don't imagine Dr. Pepper and Sprite exist. So, that was my question.
An internal part.
Yes. Oh. So listen, I can't really identify which part of Mew is affected, but he's certainly part evil. Evil. Part of him. I don't know which one. But it's in him. Okay. So, is this something? Okay, so maybe I can roll on maybe a religion to see if it is something that can be dealt with through, like, my ceremony spell.
Sure.
Interesting.
exercise.
Okay.
Oh no. Yeah.
13.
What ceremony do? That's just like performed like
Can-
for marriages and.
Yeah, but I can also like funeral rites. I don't know if it's got exorcism. It doesn't have exorcism.
No.
I was going to say, can I give him an
Yeah, that was
advantage on religion check for that kind of thing?
Well, I think he rolled well enough.
Alright.
So it's you recognize that what you would have to do is probably outside the bounds of the ceremony spell.
Okay.
So you've identified that there is an entity within Mew that is taking up residence and could be exorcised. That or the other option is that Mew has to be killed.
Well, that's not an option. So we will fix it. I don't even tell him that option. I don't tell him that kill is an option.
I'm already thinking that. Because it's a spirit.
They'll just come back?
Right, it's mind-boggling.
It's not a. There's no death, and I just would be like, I'm done with you. Get a new one.
He getting you too.
So I'm gonna.
Oh! Nope.
You
no
just-
inspiration.
So I'm trying to explain to you in like the kindest of ways that like it's a little bit out of my way. So look, I mean, I can't think of anything that it was in my power to like fix. Outside of ceremony, and ceremony, and let me just definitely read that. Atonement. Wait. Atonement will work. It says you can touch one willing creature whose alignment has changed, and you make a DC 20 Wisdom Insight check. On successful check, you restore the target to its original alignment.
Ooh.
Okay.
Interesting.
Cool.
You need inspiration.
So, listen, and you know I'm really
Push that
racking my
inspiration.
brain for this, and I don't think there's really anything I can do just short of maybe an atonement. I can't make any promises, mate, that this is going to work, but I mean, it could. If
I've
not,
always wanted a violin.
I do have funeral rites we could do, and I don't want to.
Oh, that's not. Don't worry about that. That isn't a big deal. We can just. I mean, Mew's not an actual animal, so.
The thing's right there, mate.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
calling
but-
it?
No, he's a spirit.
Oh. I got it now. Okay.
Spiritual violence.
Yeah, well, we could try it, but it's going to take a bit. We're going to have to do it while we rest.
Okay.
This-
Gavin went down to Georgia. We can't do that.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay, man. And just because you did make the rule, like maybe it's a little bit outside, maybe like an exorcism. Is that something that, like, would I know that atonement works? Because if you want to play it a different way,
That's cool. We can do that.
and I might not be successful anyway, though.
You worry that you're gonna destroy some cool subplot thing?
No, I just didn't know because originally you said short of an exorcism kind of thing.
I think I
What about-
have an idea what's going on.
What about those of us who have religious backgrounds? Could we roll for a religion check to see if we know the ritual?
I don't know.
Alright,
I'm waiting for
let's
it.
do
We
it.
can do that.
Maybe help out with the
You got
ritual.
kidnapped.
I don't His know.
Hmm.
eyes flash red. I do not know.
You're looking at Mew and you're just confounded about how to solve this Mew problem. Okay. Well.
Did he roll with advantage for the Arcana?
No, he made a religion check.
Yeah, I made religion.
Well, shoot, I could have given you advantage on that too.
We're gonna.
It's all good.
All right. Snow and material. Anybody? You guys want to do anything?
Well, I just tried my thing,
Okay.
so.
I think that's pretty well handled. I'm gonna ask Turag.
Drug.
I'm gonna ask her. Since there's this weird time thing that happens between the gates, how long have you guys been wandering out here?
We've been here. She looks, trying to keep track of it. About 3 days.
How does that line up with how long we've been in Frostfell
That's about
afterwards?
right.
That sounds about no timey-wiminess really
Yeah.
happened between the two spaces. Cool. That's a good
Feywild
question.
and Frostfell must be close.
Yep.
The same realm.
Because that also gives us a ballpark of how quick we need to get back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's you guys been traveling most of the day, and you coming to a part of the path, and there's some small body of water, like a small lake or a small pond. Probably a large pond now, not a lake. But cut off from the path, there is looks to be a very large felled tree. Diagonally across the path, and part of it has been snapped off from the impact, and it is it's close, but kind of off the left-hand side. It is just blocking the road. It looks like it has fallen naturally. It doesn't look like someone had done it on purpose, but there you are. And it is approaching. It is getting close to nighttime.
Let's make camp.
Tyrael.
How big is the tree?
The tree?
Yeah.
The tree is. Let's see. It's roughly 80 feet long, and maybe about 40 feet. The smaller part about 40 feet long. So there's two parts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and it's easily 10 feet tall. It is a huge
redwood.
tree. Yeah, that has fallen over across the path.
So let's kind of use that as part of our camp, maybe. Put people on top, put people around it.
Ned is instantly suspicious because she's hung out with a whole bunch of thieves, and this is like a total highway robbery scene. And so she's going to inspect the whole area and the tree and the surrounding woods for brigands, etc.
Okay. Do you want to make investigation or perception? What are you trying to do?
Well, I have better perception, but that is up to you.
Just before you roll that, I'd like to throw a little guidance your way, so
Well-
you can add an extra D4 to your roll.
If you're looking to see if there's people around, that's perception. If you're looking to examine the tree or the path, that's going to be investigation.
I want to see if there's people around.
Okay.
Like someone waiting to jump out at us on
Sure.
anywhere.
Perception.
Okay. Ooh. One extra. And let me take one of those. Ding.
Oh.
I'll take the 5 from the first time. It's okay. It's alright. It'll be fine. Oh, no, it's not going to be very good. That's an 11.
11.
Oh, a 12, because the other roll was actually
12,
higher.
okay.
Does Death Striker help?
Death Striker is still a young bee. It was nothing.
So you're looking around.
Kill all robots.
You're kind of peeking around the tree. You get distracted by some cool silver leaves, and you're looking around, but you don't really see anything dangerous.
I'll stuff some of those leaves in my pocket.
Nice. You have 4 or 5 silver leaves.
Ned, what are you doing?
Could be a trap.
All right.
Oh, good point.
I'm just gonna take these leaves because there could be a trap.
Could be a
have to.
trap.
Really
Was it
branching out on
perception?
that one.
Oh, pain, it burns.
No inspiration for you.
Too bad.
What are you doing?
I'm going. She says a trap. I'm going to look around.
Okay.
So perception.
Investigation.
13.
As far as you can tell, you're looking under the moss, pulling off pieces of bark. Everything looks on the up and up. No
You there?
tripwire.
Alvin, you good? Boop.
Trombley.
Did we lose him?
Reconnecting. Your connection is poor.
No, we'll have to move him closer.
Andrew, what are you rooting around for?
Because the router's up there. And
Ned said it might be a trap.
No,
Looks like you're
We
trying to-
do have a phone,
Wi-Fi box.
like a.
I think it's
Might be on his side.
It's Skype or his side. Yeah.
okay. Well, so while Alvin is reconnecting,
Oh right. So,
Has my passive investigation found anything yet?
Well, how passive is it? 15? 14?
Yeah.
What?
Like, did anything just look weird walking around?
nope, everything it's all quiet. You hear the evening birds chirping. You hear some crickets. You hear giant bees buzzing here and there, floating around.
Because honestly, I'm just paranoid.
so I'm not gonna go on my turn because I'm kind of making preparations for this atonement. So, but that's gonna take me an hour.
Okay.
So I guess I'll start that now, but if I get interrupted, it's going to take an hour.
Oh,
Okay.
I heard her beat. His elf is back. Boop, boop.
So as you begin your ritual, you start to open your book. Excuse me.
Says audio.
Start reciting, intoning language, and are you singing? Do you chant?
So part of the Goliath tradition and tribe is that
But I don't hear anything.
in the Dawn Callers, which is what my group was, they're guards at night. So some of the Dawn Callers would actually sing or chant stuff to bring in the morning. And I'm going to... I was not one of those people in my crew. So, but I am going to... Like, as I'm doing it, I remember one from one of my Goliath crew that they did, and I'm trying to the best of my ability to sing that while I'm trying to get Mew
Okay.
back on good.
Oh, I thought you were trying to impress the lady.
Nope,
I forgot that you were on it.
Although, let's throw that in there, too. I mean, she sees it.
Might as well.
Yep.
Puff out your chest a little extra while you're reciting your thing.
Giving her the special side eye while preparing.
Sure, look at that Anolo, man. These are the special guys, isn't he?
She looks over. He is very fine.
Yeah, you know that's right.
Okay. What are we doing?
So I'm done.
I imagine since you guys setting up camp, I assume?
That's why, yeah, we are, right?
Nope, something happened.
Yeah.
Looks like I lost it.
Hand the phone to Matt so
Okay.
we can do phone things.
You want to take a pause real quick?
Pause for the cause. Sounds good.
There it is. Hey!
Hey!
Oh, we see him.
We see him!
We see a head. You can speak to us in Brownish now.
Cool.
Alright, Matt, is there anything you want to do before, I guess, you guys set up camp?
Search for brigands or such?
Actually, I would like to take Andrew aside real quick and have a quick word with him.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to go take the phone? How aside do you want this to be?
Is this really does this have to be really private, or is this...
Not like super private, just sort of away from the rest of the group, but just a little bit.
I'm afraid I'll lose you.
Or just plug your ears.
It's another height joke, Andrew, because we've spoken about this before.
Oh, no. It's fine, we won't.
I don't want to... Out of character, I don't want to move the phone and lose you. I don't know what the...
Yeah. Just everybody plug your ears real quick. Let's play along.
What is it, my druid friend?
So Andrew, we've been traveling together for quite some time, haven't we?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, I've noticed, in all this time that you don't speak much of your own personal history, and I couldn't help but overhear the other night you seem to have had rather restless dreams, and you were talking in your sleep. I hope you don't think too forward of me, but I was wondering, who is Esmeralda to you?
She's no one really. I don't know why I would have said her name in my dreams. No. Oh, sorry. I don't wish to speak of it right now. I
don't mean to cause you any distress, my friend. It's just that you seem, troubled.
When I was a boy, she was special to me. And you may have heard me speak of before. You all might as well hear this.
Oh.
Oh, what?
No more
Huh?
rebuffs.
Stroll back to the group then, I guess.
Alvin asked a good question. He wanted to know who Esmeralda was, and I suppose the time for some things about my past to come to light. She was a love interest of mine. When I was a boy, I first met her on the steps of my troop's theater. She was a dusky beauty like I've never seen before. I really wish I had brought my story with me. You don't have it, do you? She was the daughter of the general and they were not of our land. I'm from the Kingdom of Man, M-A-H-N. And can we just pause for a second? I need to kind of look at my notes. I did look at mine last night. Esmeralda was a wonderful free spirit when I met her. She was already in training to be a warrior against her father's wishes. The general did not wish his daughter to follow in his footsteps, yet she was determined to make her father proud. Eventually she did. She led an army in her own right. There was, this does sound wrong, there were many nighttime liaisons between us. Not what you're thinking. We would go about the city, rooftop to rooftop, and see what we could see, until one night, one of the other fellows from the troop, by the name of Severin, he was my mentor, and also my bully, he joined us. And he convinced us that there was this beautiful mask that we should steal, because it belonged to a tribal people and had been rightly taken from them. I said, well, that's wonderful. That we must do that. We must put right the wrong. And after we stole the mask from a very powerful merchant, he took the mask and he threw it in the river. And revealed from his pocket an emerald, which he then gave to Esmeralda. I was heartbroken and betrayed. I thought we had done a good thing, and here I had gone against everything I held dear from my training as a tier. I'm no priest, I'm no holy man, but it was, I am religious in my way. And after that, I didn't see Esmeralda for a while. A number of years later, the Kingdom of Man went to war. Why, I don't know. We were told one thing. We were told it was a defensive war, that we were protecting our borders. And for a while, I didn't care. I was a youth. I ignored it until I was conscripted. And the first thing that became very clear to me is we were far beyond our borders. It was not a good time, but I survived in the war for a while. Until one day, it's right before the eve of a particularly ominous battle, I was drawn forth by a messenger who summoned me to Esmeralda's camp, or should I say General Esmeralda's camp. She had risen quite quickly through the ranks and taken over a third of her father's army. I was elated to be reunited with her despite the harshness of our parting. I shouldn't have been. She had changed in the war. She was no longer the free spirit, the kind soul that I had known. She was harsh. She took me into her tent every night, which should have been good, but it wasn't. Everything about her had become harsh and bad, and the lovemaking did nothing for my soul. One day, as I was crossing the camp, I had at this point become her drummer. I used to play a drum, folks.
Good instrument, mate.
I wish never to touch a drum again.
Bad instrument, mate.
Damn it.
Not only did I drum for the march, I used to beat a drum for torture sessions. There were orcs. I didn't think too much of it, although it did bother me. But her interrogation tactics could not be really called anything else but torture. As I was crossing camp one day, I saw Severin emerge from Esmeralda's tent. When I confronted the general about this, she said she'd been seeing him since before I had showed up. And she was continuing to see him. I was confused, I was hurt. But you see, I wasn't free to go anymore. I was I was her concubine more than anything. It was terrible, but I put up with it because I said every night I lay warm in a tent while men in the field lay dead. I said, fine, that'll. What can I complain about? What do I have to worry about? It all came to a head one day when one of the sergeants caught a youth in our camp stealing food. We had occupied the city, and we had not been kind about the occupation. The boy was starving. He had a distended belly. He was doing nothing more than trying to survive, and they were going to punish him. But I intervened, and I saved him. Until that night. Severin brought me to Esmeralda's tent, and revealed beyond the tent the boy, bound to a chair. They were going to cut his fingers off for stealing. I couldn't believe it. And they told me I had to drum while that went on. That night, for the first time, I remembered a lullaby my father had sung to me. And I infused it with the spell power I had been working on these years. First, the guard of the flat fell asleep. Then Severin, who was always weak-willed. Esmeralda took a little bit longer, but eventually they were all asleep. I gathered the boy to me and fled the camp. And frankly, I'm a deserter, and I've been on the run ever since. And that is my story, my friends. I hope you do not think less of me.
No, I think a whole hell of a lot more of you, buddy. I mean, I would do. Shit, I'd probably be dead if I saw a kid. A kid. I mean, you did. You saved him. You did save the kid.
I did.
Good. You were smart about it. You were smart. It was good.
Was that when you realized your music could do a heck of a lot more than just you singing it?
I had some things show up earlier than that. My father was a bard. He used to impress crowds with his music and his magic as well. He was pretty good. I learned a lot from him. I had never really cast that particular spell before, and I don't know if Tyr sent it to me or what, but it was certainly timely.
Or you're just that good, buddy.
That is such a note.
For that story, can I give one?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I agree.
I wish I could give two.
It's all right.
You see the circlet around Andrew's head kind of perspirate and kind of like little drips
It
of
looks
water
sad.
kind of fall down
You made
into
your
his
hat
face.
cry.
Maybe I go here and I just kind of wipe its tears off.
This whole time, Snow's probably been like curled up with like doing the nail biter thing. Like,
Ooh.
It's got his blanket.
after the story's gonna come up and pat you on the back. You're good, do it, Andrew.
Thank you.
Okay, so I guess with that, is it should we set up?
Well, quick question to you, Andrew. Now you've not seen her again.
Well, one of these wonderful things about plane traveling is I haven't really encountered her. I brought the boy back to my father in the city. He took the boy on the road with the troop as they were traveling to another city, but he was going to bring her to my mother. My mother's an elf. I've never met her.
Never met your mom.
Obviously, there's a one point where I know her, but I don't recall that. That's a different story for a different day. But on that same day, that's when I struck out on my own for the road, and that's where some weeks later, Alvin, I met you in Ellery.
Yes, in that tavern in Ellery.
Yes.
The song you sing about that one, your story.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
I'm just envisioning you told us that story of how you
Yeah.
met kind with them in the song.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not really.
So really, I mean, before you started heading out on your own, and before you met Mr. Allgood, it was only weeks before that you last seen her.
Well, it took me a while to get home. I couldn't exactly run straight back to the city. I had to beg and steal and play for our food. I did all right. The boy got much healthier. But it was a while, and I had traveled quite a while away from the kingdom of man. So I wasn't really too worried about her at that point. Maybe I should be, but she was still fighting. So I figured she just got bigger fish to slay. I'm sure I'm on her hit list at some point. But.
And maybe last question from me, and then if you guys would like, you can too. But if we should meet her, how do I protect you?
I've got fake mustaches.
That's a star.
The arm goes
big
up.
star. Fake mustaches are broad.
Depends on the circumstances of our meeting. Perhaps a mustache or two would be a good way.
Wait a minute, I bet they're not even fake at all. I bet they're stolen mustaches from creatures. Sick punk.
Stolen right off their faces.
Yeah, she just flays a lip.
They don't even notice.
Here's a Adolf, here's a
That's so
Magnum,
stealthy, they don't even know.
Oh,
Is it
Fu
Fu
Manchu
Manchu?
was my favorite.
here's a Reynolds.
But,
Oh my God.
right, so, like, but protect you. How does that happen with her?
It may be something, Anolo, that I will eventually have to man up and take care of myself. But
Friends don't let friends die alone, mate.
I wasn't planning on doing the dying part.
That's right, because I'd be bashing skulls. Yeah, okay. I mean, if you got to.
And you won't have to do the alone part either.
Thank you.
I
Thank
like
you.
this, Luca.
I just, this whole time, you've all sort of looked at me as a bit of a leader, and I've been uncomfortable with that because I didn't feel worthy of that. I didn't feel worthy of your trust. I've tried to do my best by it.
Well, you've got us all captivated. I mean, that's how you lead us. Look at that. It's good stuff. Look at, he's from a distance and we got him.
When you're not falling into feline captains, we're usually on a good note.
Oh, I remember Solana. That was terrible.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't know when to pull back from that little persona of mine. Well, friends, I think I've spoken enough for tonight, unless anyone has more questions.
Let's get some cheer. Well, no, I'm still atonement, but I'm still talking and I'm preparing still. Yes.
If nobody's got anything, I guess I'll just do the thought emergy thing and just give instructions to all the refugees really quick. Just like, okay, so, a couple of you go up on the tree, set up sentries, set other you guys, like, make a ring, put the women, children, elderly in the center, everybody else with a stick on the outside, blah, blah, blah. At least a stick.
So, you guys,
Yes.
since you guys are setting up camp, there's a huge log that's kind of diagonal across the path, and it's the other part's kind of the left. Where are you setting up in relation to?
So, like, it would be, at least in my mind, it would be smart to go in the right angle.
Okay, so on the near the log.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
like, with two sides of log and then opening, right? Because it's kind of
Yeah, there's probably like
log.
a 15-foot opening between the two parts of the tree that have fallen off.
Okay, yeah. So go in the center of those and just kind of shore up.
Okay.
Use them as kind of as walls almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want your? I guess you're doing tiny hut.
Always.
Yeah, tiny hut in front of the opening. I mean, just kind of.
Yeah. Once everybody's inside, yeah, tiny hut.
Well,
So that's kind of our
Well,
de facto
not
door.
everybody.
Not everybody.
It's just kind of
It'll
like
be enough for our group.
it's at least one secure location.
Well, right, but I mean, like,
But-
we're like, okay, so everybody goes past us, and then our tiny hut's right in front. So whoever would have to go into
Okay.
our camp would have to go past the hut.
Ah, like a gate.
Exactly.
Let's go ahead and instruct them that if they find anything, knock on the hut.
And don't touch it.
Yeah.
I'll be still awake
And
and
you'll be,
watching.
yeah.
Okay. So some of the two Goliaths that were given weapons, They clamber up on top of a large tree. They look around. They start scouting. As the rest of the people kind of pull out their bedrolls and start to make camp for the evening. And you put the tiny hut. What's the shape of it? What's it look like?
This time, it looks like a little hut.
Like a little
like
hut.
an actual
Like
little
like
hut.
a little tiny hut that you can get
Made
inside.
out of grass?
Like-
Or like sticks?
Well,
or
I
what?
really, it's actually just got to be. It's like a dome that I can make the color of the dome anything I want. So it's just this time it's clear. So
Okay.
They can see in, they can see out.
Okay, so clear tiny hut, and so you guys are taking a rest.
Well, so-
atonement. That's right. We do that.
Can I get inspiration from your songs? Okay.
Is there any kind of check that we can help with, or is it literally
You
just
holding
a
on
So-
Mew?
Yeah.
You got the
I've
prop
got,
right
yeah, I'm
there.
holding,
Yep.
I've got Mew.
Alright. Yeah, you gotta hold mute. And when you guys choose one of the following rights. Okay, so you must. So listen, little one, if you're going to be holding this Mew, you must stay within 10 feet.
Okay.
Don't leave this place. If you must, just drop Mew to my feet, and I'll take care of it.
All right.
If something goes poorly, is it okay to move Mew to pocket dimension?
So if anything goes poorly, it just doesn't get turned back. So I mean, if the thing inside of it wants to maybe be exacerbated, which is a big word for Anolo, but I'm going to say really angry, right? And if it starts to go crazy, yes, banish it. And then, of course, you know what that does more than I do. So I mean, if we need to catch it after that, then we should be fine. But let's just kind of cross our fingers.
Do you have a way to bind him?
Depends on what it is. I mean, I
And
can
hey,
send him to a pocket dimension.
Mr. Allgood, do you think perhaps you can throw some of that guidance my way as well? I want to make sure we get this guy.
Oh, anytime.
Pat, pat.
Can that work? Okay, so this is gonna be tough, guys. So this is going to be make a DC Wisdom Insight check.
Okay.
And my insight is
We have lots of inspiration too. If you need it.
Yeah.
Why don't you just...
Lots and lots of
so that was a 4 and a 1. I would then like to use this.
Yeah.
Right. So this is a 1. This was a 4. So it's 5 total that I can get inspiration.
Do it again.
Do it again, yeah. We got
Yeah, one more. Let's find out what's happening with you. We should be on 3. It's on the
It's
bottom
on the
side
bottom
now.
now.
Yeah.
What's that?
Way worse.
Oh no!
Really?
I mean, we're not destined to find out what's going
What's
on
the
with
highest
you today.
roll?
What?
One more
There's
inspiration.
3 there still.
2 inspirations. Plenty of inspiration.
That'll do it.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So that would be a 21, which I beat the DC 20.
Okay. So this is change alignment.
So it moves it back to its original alignment. So you touch one willing creature whose alignment has changed. You make a DC 20 Wisdom Insight. On a successful check, you restore the target to its original alignment.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, you put your hand out on Mew. And
It was tough, man. That's why I was rolling like a...
Yeah.
Oh, God, I swear. Shit, I don't know what part it's in, for God's sake.
And Mew kind of, instead of like kind of cowering and bristling at you, kind of just relaxes and kind of rubs against your hand a little bit.
I said, go ahead, you got this. Yes, good bet.
Okay.
Is he healed now?
His alignment's changed.
Can you
is
do
it permanent?
another detect and see if it's...
Of course, I just did.
Okay. You detect evil. The evil is still within him. Just as Mew is back to his original alignment.
We have another Mordo situation, don't we?
So what we've got, right? I mean,
It's nothing.
I promise I did it all right. I mean, I even pet it and then under the chin. Listen, and it just, he's still not right. I think we got a Mordo and I'm afraid to punch that thing. Look, I did Mordo, I knocked him clean out.
This is a tiny little ghost cat.
Right. So, okay. So just quick, like psychically to Mew, like what's going on with you? What happened while you
his
were
alignment's fixed
gone?
differently.
Does you have what kind of voice do you imagine from him?
It's just completely psychic. It's thought to thought.
He's a spirit.
Yeah.
He's a cat spirity guy.
Yeah, but I mean, even doesn't have like a tone or like a.
I never imagined such a thing. It was just you know.
Yes.
Classy British
Classy
accent.
British.
Woohoo, chops!
You're approaching me.
I didn't even. It doesn't matter. It's a spirit. It's a spirit. It makes an animal.
I feel like
which is
he
why
would-
I'm cool with it because, like, as a
He would-
warlord, genderless, nothing.
He would attract the most monotone, like something.
Garfield.
That's what
Garfield.
Yeah, like
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
Sorry,
That's- That would be the familiar that would come. to
Okay, so
There's a
he
message.
kind of he looks at you, kind of rubs his back against you. He goes, "Well, it was dark there for a long time. Someone invaded me,
You too, huh?
and I have not felt the same sense.
So you don't know what's up either. Okay.
There was fire.
Fire.
There was a large being with a wavy sword.
All right. So Mew says there's somebody there was a fire and there was something that was big with a wavy sword.
Knowledge, religion.
Sound familiar to anybody?
Yeah, knowledge religion.
I've got a question, though, quick.
Okay, so he called it first. You give him his name.
Yeah, I'll give you help.
Get it, dude. Okay, let's take care of this first.
Get it, sucker.
Hold on, let it know.
Nat 20.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
So
Totals 23.
yeah. Well, based upon the limited amount of information you have, it clearly dawns on you that somehow you has come into contact with the demon lord Grozit.
Who's
Does that sound familiar? No, that's not the same guy that's trying to sell weapons.
No.
The
Nope,
demon-
that's this spotter.
This spot. Okay.
He's a devil.
Was it on that? Who's the one on your?
No, that's different. That's
That's
an
Asmodeus. He's a devil.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy's got bad news there. So we're not.
So who was it?
Grozit.
Like Gromit, but with an S.
What do you
I see.
know about
G-R-A-Z apostrophe.
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
Grozit.
Oh,
We've had that
nice.
name before.
What do I know of this Grozit? I do have an acolyte background.
Grozit is his appearances among the demon lords are, Grozit say his appearance is suspect. You don't really know how he become one of the demon princes, but he does control vast armies of demons, and he is the lord of illusion and decadence.
I'm up for illusion, dudes.
And decadence.
Mhm.
What's that mean? For real.
Sounds like a lot of tents.
He is a large humanoid figure. He has 6 fingers on each hand,
Ugh.
and he wields a long, wavy black blade called Deathwave.
Like a Nico Montoya.
All right.
And
My name
he's
is
a shapeshifter, and he attracts people who are driven by greed, lust, and other decadent things.
Fun fact, little friend. Moonbeam changes shapeshifters back to original form.
That's true, yes.
Remember that.
Well, this Grozit's got to be on a different plane, right?
Oh yeah, he's in Pandemonium.
Ooh, so I got a brother, do you?
So he's a panda?
Sure.
It was my second.
The evil panda known to man.
Let's ask that thing.
A plan in which the pandas
Let's ask your friend.
The door? What do you
Oh, hey, Greg, do you know what a Grozit is? And where we could not find one?
Okay.
Oi, Grozit!
Boy, he's such an odd thing that he knows
You rolled
something.
2, that's why.
Oh, wait, he's just...
Do we call old Greg?
I get pocket right a little bit. I've kind of just taken it for granted so far.
Oh, well.
All right.
Sorry, buddy.
Can I do like an Arcana check to feel like how bad is it? Like, is this like, can I just treat you like normal, or should I be really worried and keep it like we'll
That's
see.
probably going to be insight.
Insight? Okay.
Yeah, you're magical.
Can I give you advantage with that, or is that a personal thing?
Well, wait, wouldn't... He could ask Red, right? Or Snow. Snow got an at 20. Would he know that? Like, if Grozit would be inhibited on this thing?
You ask for information about Grozit.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a different
Okay.
roll. Ooh, good.
18 plus what kind of check is this?
Insight, so
Insight.
nothing.
Okay.
Just 18.
So, you after some talking with Mew and sort of reconnecting with your familiar, you realize he's pretty much the same, except there's just this little part of him that is just unusual and is evil. But as far as you can tell, the evil is content to just look and watch.
Being spied on.
Wait.
By devils.
Waiting for something.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about being watched by a demon?
Not well. I'm not. It's not my favorite.
It's definitely least of my favorites of
Do you
all
have
time.
access to non-detect?
He's usually in your hat, so he's not
He's usually
seeing
in
much.
my hat. He's not seeing too much.
Does he need to breathe?
No. Because
Non-detection is
He lives in a pocket dimension most of the time.
Okay, so how restricting is that pocket dimension?
It's like a Pokeball. You don't
It
think
just,
about it.
it's
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
It's like
You don't think about it. It's true.
It's not like other like. It's more of like a place that just he goes. It's not.
But he can get out of it, right?
No,
So,
I have to.
Only-
I have to bring him out.
It's like a jail, basically.
It's not.
Multi-dimensional.
It's like a Pokeball.
How different
Yeah,
would a
you
bag
don't
of
think of
holding be in relation to that?
I think it's the same. Right? Bag of holding is a pocket dimension.
Yeah, but yeah,
I mean, different.
The
but
pocket dimension is probably cozier.
yeah.
This is
This
a
is
dimension,
I would say.
not a. Oh yeah.
What happens if you put a pocket dimension inside a bag of
bad
No.
ideas.
No,
We
no,
all
no,
have
no, no,
dimensions and
no.
dimensions.
you rip a hole into the astral plane and get sucked in there.
Yeah.
I
you
was
can-
looking up something like that earlier.
Yeah.
No, no, no. TPK, it's TGK. Total game kill.
The whole world gets slowly sucked into.
It's a big no-no, or it's a bomb that you use to destroy a big bat.
We had that idea before.
I can make a bomb out of my backpack.
So-
Cool.
I
Do you know non-detection?
no.
Alright, it's level 3 spell. Don't worry about it if you don't have it though.
Okay. I'm gonna put you in the pocket dimension and sleep on it.
Okay. Sounds great. Okay, so I guess we're going to take a long rest.
Nap time.
All right, so who's on... Turag, you're on watch, I imagine?
I'm going to take a shift too. In the
Nano
darkest part of
also-
the night, so I can use a little elder vision.
Okay.
Yeah, once
Not
dawn,
dark vision.
once dawn breaks,
Unfortunately,
Ned will
it's only
relieve
8
you
hours,
because she doesn't have dark vision.
Okay.
I'll start with the robot. He won't ask me questions about my personal life.
That's right. Robot doesn't care.
That's right.
Okay, so you guys start to ease in and settle in for the night. I need both Ander and Tuzar to make perception.
Wait, but that's
Ooh.
plus 5.
24.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm liking these new stats.
It's basically the predator.
Okay. What'd you roll? 7. So you're kind of you are clearly distracted by the stars.
I fell
and,
asleep.
yeah,
Let's be
a
honest.
little bit. Above you, off to the right on top of the log, you hear this. You hear one of the guys go, "Ugh!" and then tumble over.
All right.
I'm gonna need you guys to. I'm gonna get the mat.
Okay.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh
We already have 2 of them here.
boy! How many mats do we need?
Quick question: is North actually technically with us? Because
Yes.
North?
Yes.
Yeah.
staff of Mordo.
Warning.
Yeah.
He's asleep though.
He's gonna be
The staff
born.
actually wakes him clean up out of his sleep.
So he's
Yeah.
being
Well,
woken.
he's not
But
being surprised yet. Somebody else is being surprised somewhere else.
Oh,
outside of
thank you.
radius.
Sorry.
I have a fun thing planned.
How would I know what's going on?
A little to the left.
All right. So before you is the massive fallen tree. So this section is majority of the tree. This is 20 feet wide, 10 feet tall, and this is the decayed portion of the tree over here. You can actually crawl through it. It kind of looks like almost like a hollowed out portion of it in various sizes. So it's 5 feet up. This is 10 feet up over here. These walls kind of walk through, kind of provide cover. These sections are stone formations that are just boulders appearing out of the ground. These are both 5 feet up, and that's 10 feet up. This is partial cover, and that'll be total cover if you're behind it. There's a stone section here and here. And this inside next to the tree is this open section here is on 10 feet on either side has the grass has been matted down and flattened. So this is a portion that is totally open, like grassland area. Everything outside the plane, outside not the plane, outside of the path, where the green squiggles are, that is denser forest. That is difficult terrain, but does provide some cover. Okay, so the Goliath up here has disappeared. You heard.
Wait, disappeared, or we just heard?
You don't know where
scuffle?
he went. You heard the scuffle. You heard him fall, but you don't know where the body is. Hold on.
You just grab by the goals.
Okay. And near the rock formation, you hear some that one where your hand is. You hear some leaves rustling and things moving around. Sounding like something large is back there.
I immediately wanna do like a silent image at, which is of course not silent because I have special stuff with a glass dome with like a red light and a blue light and a sound of a siren like this whoop whoop whoop, and it's just spinning around and
Are we pulling
For
over
us?
whatever's
Like
in
you're
our
waking
house right
us
now?
up?
yeah, I'm waking everybody up.
He's waking us up.
Okay, that's how you wake everybody up?
Whoa.
No
Excellent.
subtlety whatsoever.
Zero.
You tell me first, but I'm like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, it's like right next to you. What?
Yeah. So, in the darkness of the Feywild, you hear this piercing siren, and the whole encampment is suddenly just like, what is going on? What's going on? Just people just rising up out of their satchels and their bedrolls, just clearly disoriented and very surprised. I need all of you to roll initiative.
Initiative.
Oh man.
7.
Oh, me too.
60.
19.
20.
What? I demand a recount.
1.
I don't feel so bad now.
Oh,
A 1.
you like got so startled you like hit your head and it distracted you.
Oh god, no, I'm getting the sounds.
He's got all his armor on.
No, I sleep in my armor.
Okie dokie.
It's huge.
Horribly.
Yeah? You think I care?
25, 20.
Wait.
Yeah, 20.
20.
Yeah.
And anybody else?
16.
Okay, hold on. So,
No.
19 to 15.
19.
And 16.
How about, so 16? So 2,
It's a deck save.
and then I guess you.
We've got a couple guys that want to play for a few minutes.
Okay, guys, come on, come on. We're just getting ready for combat, guys.
Ooh, combat.
What is your dex modifier?
Just 1.
1.
So
Okay.
it's 15 plus 1. So 15.
So my guy's gonna act here. Then Cheerial. Hold on, bud. 14 to 10. 10. he's there too. Where's Alvin? Okay, 9 to 5.
7.
7?
Both of you.
You guys have your modifiers?
+3.
Oh, you
Snow.
first. Snow is
Yeah.
fast.
Snow's
always
first, followed by Tuzard, and then Anolo.
Oh.
This is
Anolo is the loneliest
You gotta roll for your dad.
You can roll for me.
Watch them
Okay.
get crits, everything is.
Oh, man.
You will, yeah, you will. Okay, so we wait our turn, okay, guys? Okay, so Ender, you've woken up, stunned from Tuzard's siren.
Do I see anything with my 50 feet of dark vision?
Let's see. Where are you looking?
Over here.
There's
where we-
screams here
Big
and
siren.
or scuffles here and things there,
I
but you
can't
didn't
see- I
hear
can't
any of
see up
those.
there.
That you just heard the siren.
So I
It's the
guess
first
over
thing you
here.
know.
Okay, yeah. Because you notice in the back, I just need a large figure. Put that over there. Are you okay? No, to the left. You're the left. Thank you. Yeah, so.
I'm
Does
just
Anolo
he's
know
looking
his
at
left
me.
from right?
And I'm like, is it right? Am I right? But no.
So
You know.
in the dark, you see these two very large yellow cat eyes, and you see the moonlight shine off the sleek skin of a dark panther-like body that's rippled and muscled. And off, but next to it, you see like there's a second one, and it's off from its back. You see these two large stalks that end in these giant tentacles, kind of flapping around.
Oh
The
no.
heck?
Yes.
What?
You know what this
Place
is?
for pieces. I know what it is. I don't know if Ender knows.
Okay. I don't
These
know
things are
anything
cool.
about
This
these.
one looks larger than you're used to.
Oh, jeez.
They're super cool.
A large cat octopus. Okay.
This is gonna be
Sounds
fun.
terrifying.
You want to jump? Let's jump.
Okay, Andrew.
I am going to cast Fear over here.
Oh, interesting.
Wait, no, I don't.
I'm gonna scare the.
Hey, Mr.
If they're
Display.
just predators for food, we might be able to scare them away. Okay. So, it's on me. 30-foot cone. Oh wait, how far away am I?
Wait,
Oh.
far away.
Let me. I'm
You're
gonna
gonna scare some
run me. What? 30 feet? I think I had one more.
Yeah. There's like our arrangement in there is a little hazy anyhow.
30-foot cone. I project a phantasmal image of a creature's worst fears. Each creature in a 30-foot cone must succeed on wisdom saving throw or drop whatever it is holding and become frightened for the duration.
Okay.
When frightened by the spell, a creature must take a dash action and move away from you by the safest available route on each of its turns unless there's nowhere to move. The creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have a line of sight to you. The creature can make a wisdom saving throw.
So it makes one saving throw now?
Yes. And my spell DC is 16.
Okay. You're good, bud.
Good roll, buddy.
He 20, didn't he?
20!
Yes! Yes! Nutcracker.
Oh no!
I
Beginner's
told you the
luck.
children were
Yeah.
going to crit.
Yes!
That is
This
the
is so
best
bad.
roll you can roll.
Good
Thank
job.
you,
my
bud.
God.
Nice
Good
job.
job.
High five.
Yes.
I told you the children were going to crit.
You did. You called it. Good job.
Beginner's luck is a thing.
The little gods will destroy us all.
This is the end. This is the end.
I know that's not frightened much, but
Yeah. Don't worry, guys. Okay.
So I run up there, I'm like, "Rah!" And they're trying to make it all scary, and like, they see this displacer beast go.
Yeah, it kind of looks at you in and out because it know you're aware of you and you're aware of it. It just.
Oh, great.
That's how you see these large fangs that are kind of purple and green,
licks its lips like, you're going to get a tasty one.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, Ned.
All right. Ned is going to cast Fairy Fire right here.
Okay.
Nice. Well used.
Fairy fires? What is that?
Yeah.
It's
Can't go on
Yeah.
wrong.
So Tuzard has known Ned for quite a long time, but has never seen Ned use a spell before, and he's just gonna kind of go.
We all do.
That's everyone's reaction.
Imagine his
the
head
thing
just
just
like
turned
snaps
into
to
Julie.
it. The eyes like zoom in.
Okay.
Is that one of your new
Target acquired.
new abilities?
Spell user.
Is it level 8?
Another thing.
Are you?
She's learned. She's learned from Tuesday.
No. Tuzard's a
Nothing
wizard.
to do.
You have
I
no
know
idea.
nothing
But
of
the
this.
magical
Tuzard doesn't.
So this is a 20-foot cube. So I'm going to start it kind of here and bring it out to the other animal if it's within range. It's like right there.
Okay.
And they have to run a dex save, or they're going to start glowing.
Okay.
And if they do glow, we'll have advantage on all attacks towards them.
Okay, so it's
The duration.
if they make their save, they don't glow.
Right.
Okay. Logan, I think it's your turn to roll.
Oh no.
And the second crit of the night goes to Logan.
What's the DC?
It's a 14.
I know you rolled a 6.
no mystery here.
Nope.
The veil
Okay,
of
good.
mystery is lifted.
So you see that this. What color is your fairy fire?
Ooh, let's make it purple.
Okay, so this thin purple outline, you see it trace around the entire length of this displacer beast. And all its muscles are highlighted and its tentacles are flapping around. You see at the edge of the tentacles there's these large kind of thorny prongs that look angry and wanna.
Did Greg do anything?
Greg is looking around. He's taking it all and he's like, all right. What is it? A cat? It's fine. We got it. Okay.
Did that catch the second one that you were talking about in it?
Nope.
No, it's too far away. Darn.
Okay. So, you see the displacer beast kind of look around and it releases another kind of a hiss, and from each side, these two more displacer beasts are
From
going to leap
here
in
and here? Or from the sides here?
Well, one's on top of the tree.
I look at my son and go, clever girl.
Oh my god.
So,
Now you're speaking
let's see.
English.
Let's put them on the floor. Let's put these guys before they were in acquisition.
They're all the same creature?
Yeah. Well, no.
The third wasn't
This
quite
one is different.
terrible.
Okay, that one is different.
Yeah.
Okay.
The latest one was just.
Oh, Fallen Kingdom or whatever? Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
see all that.
Boy.
Did you know that the last
So, let's go.
Brontosaurus was the first Brontosaurus you saw in the movies in 1994? It was supposed to be the first one you saw, the first dino and the last dino.
Okay, they can see you. He's going to take a leap.
Smash into the tiny hut.
Yeah, I guess. And hit the tiny hut, right?
Yeah.
It just goes flat.
You can totally stand on it.
Okay.
Wait. Physical objects can go through that, right?
Only ones that he wills.
Out.
Oh,
Not in.
Yeah.
gotcha. Cool. Alrighty.
Interesting.
Thank God, because that was going to get complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, there's a large
Okay.
cat on the roof.
So you see this displacer beast. There's two of them. Kind of clawing and scratching at the top of the tiny hut. You know, hissing and spitting and clawing at the.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And this one. Let's see.
Right there, a mommy one. This one? Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It just looks
Jumps around, leaps through the detritus of the rotted log, and then takes a swipe at one of the Goliaths with the other Goliath who was with a station. You guys want to roll?
The other one.
Dex, you want to roll? Oh, that's a hit.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
That comes on
Sure,
fire.
rolling good.
Yeah.
I got 12.
You did get a 12. Let's see. You don't have a lot. Okay, so you see this beast. The tentacles on the back go. They slap the Goliath on each side of its head. Blood starts fusing and dripping out of his face. He took. Let's see.
That's the cat with those
With tentacles, he took 14 damage.
Your turn.
Is he alive?
He's alive. He's really hurt, but he's alive. Yeah.
Your turn.
Well, yeah, almost, bud. Okay, Tyrael.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Where's the door to the hut?
It's everywhere.
Everywhere.
Oh, it's everywhere.
It's
Okay,
a big
You just
bubble.
walk out through the bubble.
how convenient. So I'm going to walk. I'm gonna go just outside the hut here. So let's say 20 feet. And may I borrow one of your d6s? Okay. So how close are the two displacer beasts over here by the rock? Are they within 20 feet of each other?
There's only.
They're right next to each other.
Okay, so I'm going to hit the big one with a fireball.
They're the same size.
Alright, so they're both going to get hit by a fireball.
Okay, hold on.
And let's see.
Okay. They're good. Okay.
Okay, so you can make your attack roll.
Mine bumped right into his nose.
He's advantage.
I was
on
gonna
one
say.
of them.
I was gonna say. I thought he had advantage on
Yeah.
it. It's glowing.
You've got advantage. You got still.
No,
it's
it's
glowing.
a straight roll.
It's a glow.
If it's not, if it's a,
Any attack roll.
No, it's
If
not
it's
a
an
ranged
attack
spell
roll,
attack. It's just
yeah.
Because
Alright.
the displacer
save.
beast projects an illusionary image of itself, which would normally give attacks disadvantage because you fairy
So
fired
it
it.
just canceled out.
It cancels out. So it's a straight roll.
oh,
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, it would be. See, that's the thing. It's an instantaneous hit. There's no rolls. So it's just a
Yeah,
straight.
so
It's a
the
dex.
advantage is
Oh, I get a dex save, even better.
not even a thing.
Okay,
Oh.
so
Even better.
you have to make. Let me look at this really quick.
Is that all
Just
fairy
make sure
fire
I
does?
have this right.
Like do other like.
well, fairy
menial
fire
things?
is useful because it also reveals invisible things,
Right.
Yeah, so
which
both
can
of
be
you-
very, very useful.
Yes.
It
One
is
of them-
very useful.
Particularly in the future.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
still lit up, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a kitty.
Okay, so you have to make a DC save of 16.
16? I save.
For one or for both?
How many?
It's not real.
Well, I mean,
It's hitting
oh,
both.
one of
It's
them's not
just
really.
it's just projection illusion.
Okay. Well, either way, let's see how much damage you would have taken.
Okay.
Oh wow.
9, 10, 12, 15, 18, 19, 23, 30. So you take 15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see the displacer beast, see the fireball coming, nimbly leaps straight up in the air. The fireball crashes and lands down unaffected.
It must have
Not even
improved
half
evasion.
damage?
Not even
right?
half damage.
Gotta be improved evasion.
Oh man.
Let's
Nice.
dance.
Nice.
Hey!
I can't make the hand gesture I want to because small children are in.
Curio, did you hit anything? Don't answer that.
Oh,
Gee, thanks, Bard. Gee, thanks.
Is that you next?
You're definitely
Me!
about your bromance.
Oh man.
Alright!
The blank one is.
Okay. So seeing the smorgasbord before her, the mother displacer beast.
Which
Mother?
Which one's the mother?
The big one, the fireball. It's a
Holy
mama,
purple
mama
one.
and two cubs.
Oh man.
They're on a hunting party. It's a training session.
This is just
How in the
playtime.
world did I miss that? With improved evasion there?
Because that's one of her abilities. I mean, if I make a dex save, I get
Question.
0 damage.
Question.
thieves
If I
have
jump
things
up
like
and
that,
grab this
similar
thing by
things.
the head and
Oh.
you don't allow it through, but I'm
They can
hanging
dodge
on
like
it.
AoE spells
Will I
and
be able
stuff.
to
It's
punch react?
Okay.
It's one of the
Realize
best.
You can crush it against the tiny hut.
One of the best abilities you can
Okay.
get. It really is.
Yeah.
So,
Where are
First
we?
time I cast, I missed my most great spell. Gee, thanks there.
I was excited to see you rolling
I
those
can't
cool
break that
fireball
out of it.
dice. I'd forgotten that I
I was
could.
so happy. I was like, there's another
Wait.
spell.
No,
I
because you
can't
enter
miss
into
with.
it. Teresa, you can enter
And
into
you
it.
still
So if I
somehow
go
managed
here
to.
and then jump him
oh,
down
Andrew, I'm sorry.
Oh,
and then
material.
fall through,
Oh boy.
I crush him to
Okay,
the ground.
so you see the
I
the
don't
mother
know. Like,
displacer beast run
Like I
straight to
fall
you,
through, but it would.
take a leap and attack.
Yeah, but not if he's in the way.
So let's see.
Here's
Dex,
how I
wanna
see
roll
it,
for
right?
me?
Like, if I run out here and I jump on this,
what's your AC?
I can either stay on top
I got
or
you.
fall down through,
Yeah.
right, and hang on it from the bottom.
Okay.
If you were to like jump and like grab his
Actually,
neck
got it.
and then fall through,
Yeah,
you
right.
can make a strength saving
all your
throw.
weight would come down on the neck. Yeah.
Oh, that did it.
That's cool.
10.
WrestleMania?
That's a fail.
Are you going to
Oh.
WrestleMania?
You are knocked prone.
Oh, knock me down.
Okay, so a few things are going to happen now.
I get knocked down. I get up again.
And so you are knocked prone. Where is it? And it makes it. You see this massive jaw open up and just clamp down on top of you.
The face.
Yep. Well, not in the face, but like near the shoulder.
Ah,
Yeah. And you're going to take.
it's one of my favorite two shoulders.
My favorite too.
Take 11 damage.
And I don't like it.
Make a DC save. I know. I mean a Constitution save.
Oh no, is this like those lizards on that island? Do they have poisonous mouths? Oh.
What did you say? Constitution? 9.
That's a fail. I need you to roll a D10.
Oh no.
4.
Okay. So the world around you suddenly takes on more vibrant colors, and things start to transmogrify and blend and shape
Oh boy.
and get real weird. As the venom encased within the sides of the displacer beast seeps into your veins. Suddenly, the displacer beast doesn't look like a displacer beast; it looks like Anolo, or other things.
Oh no, definitely the loving arms of the Anolo.
Yes. So on your next turn, you don't move and you take no actions, but you can repeat the save.
Okay.
Okay. So
Question: that's a disease?
Poison? That's a poison.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Okay, here.
It's wishful thinking.
Put that on me.
Okie dokie. Now that's the move it and that's the action. Alvin, all good.
Alvin, you're our only hope.
Save us.
So I say, looks like we're gonna need some help. And I reach into my bag of tricks, pulling out one of my small furry balls, and I toss it just in front of me, and it transforms into a giant rat. I tell it to just hang out.
Cool. Chill.
Let's chill
I
here.
use my bonus action to cast Guardian of Nature on myself.
Ooh.
What's that do?
Safer.
What's that do,
So
man?
That's a buff for me. There's two different versions, Primal Beast or Giant Tree. I'm going to be using the Giant Tree version of it. I gain 10 temporary hit points. I get to make Constitution saving throws with advantage, as well as Dex and Wisdom-based attack rolls with advantage. And for the next minute, while the spell is active, any ground around me, as long as my feet are on the ground, in a 15 feet radius, becomes difficult terrain, but only for my enemies.
Nice.
Cool.
Also,
Nice.
my skin appears barky and leaves sprout from my hair.
Quickly, do you grow into a tree?
No, it looks like I just stay the same size, but it does change my appearance.
So you basically become a shrub.
I become a shrub
A
version of a
chia
tree.
pet.
The baby Groot.
Somebody tried to chia pet water and it grew hair. And
All right. So
Alvin.
is Alvin moving? Alvin, do you wish to move?
You are here right now. In the dome of safety.
I will maintain my position in the dome of safety for this turn.
Okay.
It's a good choice. It's a good choice.
Yeah, figures I just ran out.
Alright, who's after? Oh, it's Snow's turn.
Quick question. How
Yeah.
high is the long half pipe here?
That's about 18 feet. I mean, maybe 15.
Are you making an actual half pipe with snow and boards?
No.
Oh.
That'd be awesome though.
He does some sick tricks while everybody's not.
So that would give me
360 indie.
that would give me just enough using my cloak of spider climb to get on top of it all. And I am going to cast my new pretty little spell.
Oh no, you didn't.
The Storm Sphere.
Storm Sphere. Chunder him, dude.
Let's see. It's 20 foot radius, 150 foot, 1 minute concentration. I'm gonna put it right there to go. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. 20.
You're gonna go one more than Chiefs.
Yes, I do.
You got cornered.
So the only thing inside the radius is that thing, and if it's little,
Got other stuff
little
happening
buddies in there too, then everything inside that bubble takes a. You know what? I'm gonna cast that heightened.
Ooh.
They get a force disadvantage.
It's a dex save, right?
Yep. Oh no, not Dex. That one is actually a strength save of 14.
Okay. Who wants to roll?
There we go. Junkie strength.
Okay.
God.
And it's at a disadvantage.
Roll again next. Oh.
You 20 again, didn't you?
No, it's a fail.
Oh.
That's okay. Well, the
You
second roll
rolled
was
good that first time.
No, the first one was not so good.
Oh.
So they are taking 2d6 bludgeoning.
Because there's two different things called advantage and disadvantage, and it makes you roll again, depending on the rule.
So that is 7 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then for my bonus action, I can cast a lightning bolt out of the middle of said sphere.
What? Okay. They're gonna
Oh.
save.
This is actually an attack roll.
Okay.
Oh.
And because it has lost the disadvantage thing and I have an ally within 5 feet,
Okay. So
so
it's
it gives me an advantage.
it's been hit. So the illusion it fizzles out for a moment. So yeah.
Okay. So.
Get the stone!
I'm confident that 18.
That's a hit. That's his armor.
Yes.
Oh boy, he's got high armor.
So he's taking
Right.
4d6 lightning.
Okay.
Nice.
That damage.
3 and 4. 15.
15. Nice. So in the middle of the Feywild, you see this storm sphere just emerge, and what is it? Hail that's being, or stones, or whatever are you sending down?
Harsh winds and lightning.
Hearts where you pelts the mammoth displacer piece, and its illusion disappears, and a thunderbolt of lightning fries it a little bit. You see it kind of shriek and hiss at you.
For the record, anything within 30 feet of said sphere has disadvantage on perception checks to listen.
Okay, so
Oh,
all
it's
the
like
people,
deafened,
yeah, they're all
basically,
deafened.
Yeah,
What?
Oh.
that's about it.
I can't see. I
I,
can't hear.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're tripping.
Yeah.
You can't hear
Swings
anything.
are.
So make me
Another's
the
on deck.
Oh my god.
You ready?
Gonna pop out of the hut right about there, and I'm gonna banish this one over here.
Oh.
Vanish.
How does that work?
I attempt to send one creature that I can see within range to another place of existence. Target must succeed on a charisma saving throw or be banished.
Charisma, huh?
You guys are killing me.
Charisma.
I'm too beautiful to go. It's like, why
You
charisma?
can roll, bud.
Because most of these kind of scary things don't have any. That's
Yeah.
why.
That's true.
It's a good, yeah, it's a good choice.
That's why.
As long as you're not fighting
with
anything
banishment.
beautiful.
This is only gonna. This
Okay.
is not permanent.
No, well,
This
no.
thing's gonna come
You
back.
didn't. You just
But-
pick it up and
It can come
Maybe
back.
at least a round or two before it
No,
does.
more.
How does
It's
that
a.
work?
There you go.
This will last
Okay.
for
Does he have to roll?
an entire minute.
What's
Does
the
he have to roll
DC?
to try to get out? DC is 15
15 now.
That's a fail.
of charisma. Yoink!
Okay, so
He's just drawing a little circle where
You
he
see
wants.
this-
His little
It's
ectoplasm.
concentration on my part.
Okay.
So
it's okay, bud. We got it. We remember. So you see like these streaks of energy just kind of crackle and materialize, and the whole displacement piece blinks out of existence.
For an hour.
a minute,
A minute.
which is a long time in combat.
Yeah.
That's like 6.
Or until like unless you fail a concentration check.
Yeah, if you get
If
hit
you get
by
hit, you
stuff.
have to make a concentration
Do
check.
they get to make
Oh, yeah, okay.
rolls while they're in there?
Can I continue? Can I move back inside of the?
You can move back inside the hut.
What do I want to do?
Anolo.
I can't remember how that conversion works.
Misty Step.
And I can't get on that website with this phone.
Now I'm going to hit him.
Where are you?
Right next to you, pal.
Good.
Wait. I'm going to use my actual action. 5 points of my lay on hands. You are poison free.
Woohoo!
And then I'm going to use.
You succeed at well you still won't do anything, but you automatically succeed on the check.
Okay.
And now I bash him.
Okay.
Skadoosh. And does he move back 5 feet?
Yeah, you have to make a check.
Do we have
A shield bash him.
It's
If I make it a move, if I take an attack action on your turn. So I have 2 attacks actually. When I have 2 attack actions, does that mean I have 2 bonus actions?
No.
Alright, then let's hold that.
He's got me.
And I will be actioning him by striking him with my sword. Let us do it. Would a 20 hit?
That's a hit.
I'm gonna go ahead and use an ability, which is. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do that now. That would be 11 damage.
Okay, 11 damage total.
That's 1 attack.
Here you go.
And then my second attack, because I didn't use my second. And that'd be another, that's a 21.
That's a hit.
And that'd be another 11 damage.
No, wait. If you... Okay, so technically as a sorcerer, I can cast 2
Now you get
4th
buff
spells.
aside.
Okay. Top of the order, Ander.
So, do I have to make a spell?
Ned's
slot?
on deck.
All right, so I can't do anything.
At 8th level?
No, you can't. You can't
Eighth
move,
level.
and you
8 sorcery
can't.
points.
Can he stand
Oh,
up?
yes.
No, he gets a movement.
Oh.
He's healed.
Yeah, but
How much
he gets
is
automatic
that?
saving.
He's dazed for the moment.
That's my own.
Oh, no movement, no action.
Poison's just new.
What
So
about
you're
bonus
kinda, You're
action?
still kind of like laying there. You're coming out of the charm.
Can I talk to Greg?
No, I do.
You can talk, yeah.
I'm
Hey,
only
Greg?
allowed 9.
Want to do something,
And
pal?
I've spent most of them at first, second, and third rolls.
Oh yeah,
So I
that
have
does
before.
stuff.
Okay.
I forgot.
Hey,
A little
check
help
out
here.
there.
Yeah. Right about time,
I
okay.
used the smaller ones at higher rate.
Okay, so
Did you
Greg,
smaller ones
kind
at
of,
a higher
you see
rate?
the circlet kind of just move and orient itself towards the displacer beast,
Cast a
and fires.
fireball at a 4th level.
So
So I spent one of those slots, right?
It
But
misses.
I don't have to
I'm
make
sorry. So you see 4 bolts of
right?
flame ray
I
just
just have those.
careened
able to
by
spend
the-
4th level spells.
the displacer beast
So,
through
yes.
the tentacles.
Okay.
Guys,
Yeah, if you want to try
Yeah,
to
if you wanna-
figure it out
yeah.
in the kitchen, the microphone's gonna pick up everything you guys are saying.
Sorry.
Gotta figure it out.
okay. Anything else? You can, that's it. You automatically save. You feel that the poison leaving your body, and the world goes back to the way it was. It's not this cartoony world anymore.
Aw.
Yeah. Then,
Okay. Ned is going to move up here and use Howard and Lewis on the big mama beast. I got a 7 and a 6. Neither of those are going to hit, are they? Oh.
no, I'm sorry. Those are going to be misses.
No, darn it.
Couldn't quite get your
Okay,
footing.
so in that case, how does the haste crossbow work? Can I use that as a bonus action or something?
No.
You have to switch weapons.
Yeah, you just switch
Yeah, I have to
weapons
switch weapons.
first.
Alright, well, I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage
Okay.
and go back over here.
Get in the hut.
Sounds
And,
alright.
yeah, that's great.
Okay.
That's it. Darn
Okay.
it, I missed both attacks.
So the displacer beast on top, clawing around, can't seem to get in, is going to leap down onto Tyrael. And attack a couple times. Critical.
Wow. Okay.
What's your
I see how it
what's
is.
your armor class?
13 there, bud.
Your armor class is 13?
Yeah.
I hit you twice.
Oh.
So that's going to be a total of... Oh boy. The first attack is going to be 16 damage.
Right.
And the second attack is going to be another 10. So,
26?
so you see these tentacles come up, one just clacks you across,
80.
across
So
the
that's
face.
gonna bring me down.
Kind of, you feel your jaw kind of just get dislocated, and the second one kind of hits you across the chest.
Ah. Okay. So, yeah, I'm down to 61 points apparently.
Oh, how do
You
you
said
get so many
26?
hit points? That's
Sorcerer's got a boost this edition.
Sorcerers get that many hit points?
You're down to what my max is.
Oh my god. Alright. Wait, you said 26?
Yeah.
Okay, so never mind. 64.
Okay.
Higher than my max.
And you are currently engaged in combat with him.
Okay.
And the other one, do I get a save for the banishment or just no?
No, he's gone.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, okay. Are they native to this plane? Are they
They
native
are.
to the Feywild?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It was a cool thing I can do.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, you do enough cool things.
Yeah.
Tyrael,
Alright, so,
I'm on deck.
I'm
It'll come
gonna
back.
try
It'll come
and
back.
band-aid up the two tanks
Because- yeah.
and myself. So, where are you?
I'm a tank.
I'm perfectly fine. I'm right here.
Okay,
Right in
but
front
He
of this
hasn't
thing.
had any issues. He's the one that's down. And did you? How much damage did you take?
I'm fine. Don't
You're fine?
save yourself.
no. Well, I'm about to save all three of us. You're about to be extra fine. So
Oh.
let's see.
Temporary
I'm going
hit
to.
points, perhaps?
I'm going.
Turag needs to see this.
I'm going to crank up aid to level 4, and that'll spend my last level 4 spell slot. But what I'm going to do is three people of my choosing within 30 feet gain +5 max base HP and an extra HP point. So it'll boost them and heal them for 5 points.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that up to 4th level. So that'll go to 15 for everybody.
15 for the three of you.
So I get 15
Yep.
hit points.
You'll get you raise your max by 15 and get
Temporary
healed
ones.
by 15.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get.
This lasts for 8 hours.
So if you've been damaged 16 damage, you don't get extra, but you get healed up those 15. That's how it works, kind of.
Well, your max will go up as
But
well.
your max
so,
will.
yeah.
So you
my,
get healed 15 and your max goes up, regardless of whether. Oh, that's cool.
Yep. So I'm up to 95 and
Maximum, right?
yeah, 95 maximum, but I go up to 79.
Okay.
So I get.
And you get healed for 15, but your max also goes up by
So
15.
what's the color of this magic? What's it look like?
Let's make it badass.
What is it?
Blue.
Blue. So it's this kind of this radiant blue light. Well, it's kind of a cobaltish. Kind of suffuses into all of you, and you suddenly feel invigorated and healed. Okay. So Mama looks around and seeing that her first prey has been knocked prone, she's tempted just to attack him.
To attack him?
I think so.
Do it.
You think?
Go ahead.
If she ends her turn inside that sphere, she does have to make that save again.
Okay.
It's not
Yeah,
when you
she-
start this turn; it's when you end it.
It's
Just a turn.
anything that ends its turn inside that sphere from now on.
Cool.
Can you do the lightning again?
Bonus action every turn.
I almost got Witch Bolt for that exact reason.
The idea of like
Okay.
zoom, zoom, zoom.
Now
Yeah,
she's going to,
Yeah.
Like a taser.
seeing the new interloper with a bright shield
And I'm giant.
and a long sword. She's going to take a bunch of attacks against you. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. You want to roll?
How much is your
So
HP
you see-
plus 15?
The two tentacles
130.
fly out.
130.
That's a miss.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a
I
miss.
know who I'm aiding every now and then.
Roll again.
That'd be
Logan, you want to roll? That's a hit.
First I'm making a
I got 17.
Yes, you did. That's going to be a hit.
17?
Yeah.
I got 21.
Yeah.
Well, he's got bonuses too.
Alright.
Just the raw die.
Yep. Our beast got attacked him. Logan, do you want to roll?
I attacked the beast.
And then so
That's right.
one tentacle flies over the top. The other one comes around your shield, hits you in the shoulder, and she comes across one of her paws.
Oh, please.
Roll. That's a hit. So
How on your children can only roll for your
Yes.
boss battles.
okay. So from the tentacle, you take 11 bludgeoning and 7 piercing, and from the claw, you take 10 slashing damage.
Okay, so
So
the
it's
tentacle
total?
attack twice.
No, it's two
It has-
types.
One time?
2 types of damage at once.
So I minus 3 from both the attacks because it's normal weapon damage.
Yep.
So minus. So you
You
said
want
it
a
was.
total?
Yeah,
The
please.
total is 27.
Minus-
27 total. So minus
21.
6 is 21, and let. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, man, I'm still like I'm good.
And then she is going to make a leap. She can't leave, but she can move out. She's going to move back into the forest through the.
How
So-
far is she going?
She can move quite a bit.
Well, this is uneven terrain, so I wasn't.
Yeah.
Attack of opportunity,
She
right?
can get outside.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Outside
Attack
the
of
cube.
opportunity,
Yep,
though?
it's an attack of opportunity. No. One more. No. Yes, right there.
Okay.
So I guess Anolo gets an attack of opportunity. Should you wish to take it, and that's your reaction for the round.
Any of those villagers down there?
Oh yeah. He's gonna take one up attack. Oh, he misses, and they're all gonna.
I mean, like, look at his weapon, though.
Yeah, I know, right? It's all bent.
So as it's moving, I'm going to take a.
You knocked me off the wall.
I did. I'm sorry. I'll fix it.
I'm going to use Nature's Wrath to cause spectral vines to come up out of the earth, and it's a strength 15.
That's a
DC.
reaction.
So it says as an action.
No,
you need a
reaction. It's a specific thing.
Yeah.
But if you successfully hit him, it can't move any further, I think.
What can you do on
Is that how?
Opportunity attack?
opportunity attacks?
Yeah, you can.
It's a
you
reaction
can use
attack.
your reaction to make a basic melee attack.
So then, if I do hit him, he doesn't run.
Yes.
I believe.
So then I
believe
use
that.
that to hit him with my shield. Because on my last turn, I made an attack action. So since if I use an attack action, I can use I can use that as my reaction.
Okay.
Is to smack him 5 feet away.
If you want to.
But it doesn't say I have to make an attack. It says if I make an attack out. If
No,
I
this
make
is
an
a
attack.
special scenario. Where the attack
So then
opportunity
do an
is just-
attack.
Yeah, you just it's just basic. He's running away. Get him, sort of thing.
Do some damage.
Ooh.
That'd be 22.
That's a hit.
So then I'm moving him. Here.
You hit him
No.
so hard, he went the opposite of physics.
And then
You
again,
don't want to just do damage to him?
I'm
you don't
doing
just hit-
shield.
Oh.
So that it interrupts his movement.
Just any hit will do it. Like if you wanted
Is
to
that-
hurt him, you could.
Is that how that works? I mean, I want that to be how it works.
Is that how it works?
Can you interrupt his running away?
Yeah, but that's any attack. Like if you land a significant blow, I'm pretty sure.
Is that how 5e works? I don't think that's how 5e
Yeah,
works.
but an attack action is a full action. Like you
Yep.
attack.
It interrupts the creature's movement, occurring right before the creature leaves your reach. So
It's
yeah.
just a straight up attack. It doesn't
Yeah,
have
just
to be
a
a
regular
shield.
attack.
So if you wanted to deal damage, you could do
So
that.
with that attack, can I just do damage instead of shield bash?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do 13.
13 damage.
13 damage.
Nice.
And it doesn't get anywhere. 'Cause
Yeah,
you,
moves.
And it doesn't go anywhere. Now what's it say?
you're on it.
It
What's
is
up?
DC 14 strength, and it doesn't have disadvantage.
Save.
anymore.
Oh,
So I think you negate all damage on that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
For that one. Like, I don't think you even take half.
I know, but it's bedtime.
Okay.
Yep. No half.
Refugees are running. Uh-oh.
Can he do a full disengage?
I can rest my hand.
He could, yeah.
Is that good?
Sure.
Can you see
He's
the-
going to disengage.
Yeah, I can see the board pretty good from this vantage point.
All right.
Anything inside the sphere is
It
rough
looks
terrain,
uncomfortable.
It's
but I think that area is already rough terrain to begin with.
Yeah. 10, 20, 30. Fine. Okay, and these guys get me the hell out of here.
So when that big thing comes back, it comes back right where it came from.
That's correct.
Where Anolo will be.
We will be
Horrible
waiting.
Okay. So it is Alvin's turn. It
Excellent.
snows on deck.
So, quick question before I take my turn. What's the weather like right now? In the game, not in real life.
It's a fairly clear night. There's a lot of canopy over you, so it's a little difficult to see what is going on, but it's not raining. It's balmy, and it's, if it weren't so hot, it would be pleasant.
Okay, so there's a little bit of canopy, but can I see the sky?
Yes, part of it.
Alright. Then I cast Call Lightning.
Oh, I see. And where would you like to cast it? On the one that's with Tyrael? On the? How does it go to both? How does this work?
Well, first a giant, I shouldn't say giant, a 60-foot cloud appears in the sky.
Sweet.
Then I call the lightning down, and what are the big beasties on the field right now? Can you
There's this one right here and that one right there.
And don't forget,
And
this one has been banished, but
That
we'll
one's-
be back in less than a
Okay,
minute.
We'll be back.
Yeah,
But these two biggies.
I think
Yeah.
we've only taken
Alright.
2 full rounds.
And they're
right?
both-
So,
Yeah.
actively engaged with people.
Okay, I will pick I can't tell not that one, the other one.
This one.
That one, yeah. So it needs to beat a 14 deck save right now.
Nope.
Oh, it
Oh,
did
wow.
not.
It
Yeah,
does
we
not.
can't help you.
So I was casting Call Lightning using my last 4th level spell slot. So it's going to take 4d10.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wow.
So that's 14, 18, 24 lightning damage.
Okay, so
Ooh.
streaks of lightning light up this mother displacer beast. For how much do you say?
24 damage? Is that what you said?
24.
24.
Okay.
Also, I'm screaming that bit from Immigrant Song.
Oh my
God. The ice and snow.
Oh.
Come from the land of the ice and the snow. I
That's the
can't do
verbal
false
component
starting.
of this.
Hammer of the gods.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Okay. Snow, you're on deck. Unless Alvin, you want to move. I'm sorry.
Staying in the.
I'm going to stride out of the tiny hut, arms outstretched, as if to say, "Bring it."
There is one guy like right here.
That's Tyrael.
He's currently.
You should bring it
pinch
behind
right
the
now
wall,
anyway.
buddy.
Do you want to be right up against someone in melee, or are you talking like you want to be out over here somewhere?
No, I'll walk right up to that guy. I don't care.
It's all good.
And you want to be outside
You
of the
should
safety
you
bubble.
should stay in that bubble, buddy, and just
Okay,
talk.
Walk up to him, but inside the bubble.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bring it.
And just talk smack there in the safety of the bubble.
Oh no!
You can't touch me, bro.
I'm imagining like Kevin Hart.
Okay. Snow.
What up, brother?
Alright, so bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and throw another lightning bolt at it.
I get a save?
Nope, but I do get advantage.
Oh, it's,
Oh,
a,
it's
oh,
an
it's right,
attack.
it's an attack. That's right.
21.
It's a hit.
46 lightning.
4d6. Which feels like much more. It's really only 20, probably.
15.
15.
Told you.
They still beat damage.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
And for my actual action, can I chuck an ice knife at the back end of it so that the 5 foot doesn't hit anybody else.
You're gonna Hail Mary that?
You're gonna, if you want to do that, you're gonna have to make you do a dex save because that's the angle you're at and where you are. It's gonna be a roll. That's like a call shot.
Oh yeah, you might accidentally hit a Anolo.
You can't just go up and down.
That's me if I care. But don't hit an Anolo. That would hurt.
It would hurt because it's 1d10 plus black cold.
Oh, man, what are you throwing that at me for?
Don't worry, I get advantage on this.
Oh boy.
Get it.
So,
Boogie's got your back.
yeah, just towards the back end of it.
So then you're saying that's going to nullify the advantage?
Yeah, that's gonna nullify advantage because that's behind the normal.
Okay.
What if he aims for this side of it?
You can take a splash at the
I guess it'd be like
refugee.
off that corner where nobody's at.
Like you
No,
going this way?
you're gonna have to hit the front of him because of the angle you're at.
Alright. I'll just aim directly above him so that the 5 foot is just below.
Okay.
And that means I don't get to roll because the 1d10 doesn't happen, but the 2d6 blast radius happens no matter what.
Well,
14
make
dex save.
Make an attack. Just roll
alright.
a d20. Just to see how close you get.
Wow. Let's see. 19 plus 15.
Okay.
Or 25.
Okay, that's just make sure you get close to the range. The target you want to hit.
But now, so the 1d10 pierce doesn't happen because I just popped it over him.
Mm-hmm.
He takes a 14 dex save.
Save.
Alright, so.
He ducked it.
Oh, what? He doesn't take anything at all?
Nope. Takes
Sad.
nothing.
Sad. Okay.
I tried. It's okay. I missed my stuff too.
Muscular form kind of dodges out of the explosion.
Can't do that.
Tuzard, Anolo's on deck.
At this point, which one of these guys has taken more damage?
I think we've been
This one over
focusing on
here,
that
right?
Focus on
more.
Mama.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't want to be in range. I just want to pop out.
Don't know where to put.
I'm not in range of him, right? I'm not gonna move. Have to take.
I don't know.
Like this. Okay, so, and I'm just gonna magic missile at
You were in
third
Calvin's
level
armpit for a second.
spot.
Sorry.
to the big one, to the mob.
It's all good.
Wow, that's a lot of fours. You
That's
got almost a
all but
Yahtzee.
1-4. Nice.
Okay, so-
Not bad for D4s.
So it's
16,
10.
18.
There's a plus 1 to each of these.
Oh, 5,
So
10, 15, 23.
23.
23 damage.
Damn.
Oh my god.
You got, look. Got thumbs up.
Robotech missiles.
And then
Right.
I'll pop him back inside.
I'm afraid. I'm Gucci. And Butt's bacon.
Anolo.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna do what I do best, and that's first picking up my friend. Cause I get 2 attacks.
No,
So do I
that's
do
not
that
2
attack?
actions. That's 2 attacks. So if you
Right.
do the attack action, you can attack twice. If you want to pick him up, that's an action. So it's one or the other.
I can stand
Let
up.
me ask
I
this.
probably can stand up.
He'll be able to stand up, but
Okay.
he's not
Well, then let's
poisoned
just
anymore.
thump this chump. And first and foremost, what I'm going to do, you said I'm just going to do this as an action. I'm going to Nature's Vine. And I'm going to wrap it around.
Okay, this is your entire action.
That's true. That guy.
Ah.
Because he's within 10 feet of me.
Okay.
So he needs to make a strength 15 check.
Save.
Oh, they're strong.
Okay. Alright. So that's good.
Okay, you wish to move?
I do not.
Okay. Cool. Top of the order, Ender.
All right.
Poison has left your body. You can write that token. Standing up takes half your movement.
Could I do a Mordo?
What do you mean?
What?
You need more
Attack
though?
this thing from my back?
You can.
You want to attack him while laying down.
Bite his legs off, yeah.
You
It doesn't. It only uses up some of your movement in order to get up, not your action.
Yeah, I think
All right. So I get 2 attacks. I'm going to make sure I get.
Yeah, you would
Yeah,
lose.
it's only half your movement.
All right. I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to jab this thing with 2 of my poison bolts.
Okay.
I'm using
That's
them
right, get him.
Okay.
spikes.
You have disadvantage because the illusion is back in action. Oh, I know it's
Oh,
not.
wait, he's still
No,
glowing.
I'm sorry. No, he's taking a lot of damage. I'm sorry.
Ooh,
He's
first
still
one's a miss
glowing.
for sure.
Oh. I think it was at least an 18 you have to get.
With what? Oh, for what's my dex? I don't know. It would just be my dex bonus.
Yeah.
14. I missed.
2 misses. Sorry.
Not rolling great.
Okay, Ned.
See a little better the
Unless you want
action.
to move.
Did you want to move? You
Don't
get an
move?
attack of opportunity potentially if you leave the.
The safest place is to be right next.
Okay. I'm gonna stay there. I'm not afraid. I was just going to help out Tyrion.
Remember, you got more hit points now too.
Yeah. You want?
Oh, I got plans for him. Don't you worry.
Do you help?
Oh no. If I can actually hit, I might be okay.
Well, that's my problem.
Because you're not
Okay.
down. He's not down. He's just in
Okay, so
combat.
no movement.
Nope, Ned's gonna stand right there and attack the guy right in the face.
Okay.
One's a miss. One's a 15 plus 6 or 7, something like that. Oh, plus 7.
That will hit.
Awesome. So that
That's
is
the other displacement.
5,
Okay.
10, 19 plus 4, 23.
Hold on. Did you roll a disadvantage for that guy?
Oh, he's not glowing. Oh, you're right. No.
No, he's got the illusion.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's a. Nope, I didn't. Hold on. Let me see if this is. Oh, yeah. That would be.
The kids have illusions
18.
Yeah.
It'd be 18.
That's just enough.
18.
Is 18 enough?
Was that for both weapons?
No, that would just
Okay,
be for
just-
the one
just-
that actually hit,
just
because the
the
other
hit.
one definitely
Okay.
lost.
Yeah, 18
It was
still
a 4.
hits.
Okay, sweet.
So what's the
All right.
damage total? I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. That was 19 damage.
Cool.
Plus anything? 5, 10.
Oh yeah, you said more than that.
19. Yeah, 19 plus. Oh, right. Shoot. Plus 4.
Yeah.
23
23.
damage.
Plus. Okay.
Because I forgot there's like a dex bonus or whatever thing.
Got it. So the illusion dissipates as the king howls out in kind of pain.
Ha ha!
It's nighttime muscle before you see a glint of blood spray against the ground. Okay.
And Ned's gonna stay right there.
And with that, so the displacer beast has a new target. You see these yellow eyes hone in on you and take attacks. Tentacles lash out. Miss. Miss. Yeah, you dodge and you ha-ha every time. You gotta skip over, you gotta jump over one.
It's kind of like watching The Incredibles and watching Dash go.
Okay. Shoot. He's scared. Well, because his back's to a corner. He's surrounded by people.
Oh yeah, he can't go this way at all.
Yeah, it's tough. He's gonna try and move. No, he can't. Well, he'd have to barrel over Ander.
Oh, he wants to run back to his mommy. It's
Yeah.
like, aw.
Yeah, he wants to run Mama.
Can't it
Climb
displace?
up the tree or something.
No, it doesn't have teleportation.
Oh.
They'd probably try to climb
So
the
it's just
tree.
a beast?
Huh?
So it's just a beast?
No, it's a fey.
It's displacing the beast.
Yeah, but it can't displace, so it's just a beast.
It had creates illusion itself. Let's just shut up.
Don't talk about my device or beast sometimes.
Yeah. He's gonna try and run back to Mama. So let's see who is currently
Oh,
Tyrael
he's got
and
3 attacks of opportunity if he's moving that way. Oh
Yeah.
boy. Is he really? He's going over
yeah, he's gonna try and run. He's not.
this.
This is not an opportune situation to be in.
So he's gonna break away from Anolo and from Ander, and then
It would go
Into
kinda
the
right
storm?
through
No, it's just-
Where? This way. Where are you going?
Oh yeah, go at the center then. Yeah, no, on the path, away from. Yeah, you just. Yeah, try and get
That.
over there. Yeah.
All right. You gonna take an attack of opportunity? Oh, he's got a mug and everything. He's all prepared. He's got his beard. Are you gonna take
that's
an
right.
attack of opportunity?
You're gonna
I'd
attack
like
him
to,
up, Jim.
Okay, roll. You
No,
each
he's got a matte mug. Nice.
Yeah.
So you're inside of the thing, but your weapon can still go out of it?
18,
That's
because
a
it's
hit.
a +1.
So do you want to try to
Nice.
hit the
Okay.
running away beast?
And I think my quarterstaff only gets 1d6. This is a very weird attack. I don't think I've ever actually hit with this.
Tried to hit people with a
You go,
stick
have at
before.
you! Clonk you! I will get you.
Is that +1?
Yes, actually. So it's 6.
Well, you made it count.
So as a displacer beast runs by, you're like, ah, whack!
I hit
Thump
it.
it on its back.
Wait, on the shin.
On the shin. Okay.
I hit it with a stick in the shin. That's gotta hurt, right?
Stick in the shin. Alvin, you take an attack opportunity?
Oh yeah, I'll take a quick stab at him with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
Hit him in the shin.
Roll your d20.
With disadvantage,
Sure.
yeah, right?
Well, no.
Oh, no?
Just straight roll.
Oh.
Just straight roll?
Yep.
Okay.
And the dedication he's got. Just stick there with us.
It's an 18 to hit.
Yes, that's a hit.
Perfect. This means he doesn't actually get anywhere, doesn't it?
No, he doesn't go anywhere.
This poor little guy. Poor little kid.
And he takes 4 damage in the shins up.
Yes!
Hit him in the other
Shin
shit.
damage.
I just see little.
Smack! You're not going anywhere! Smack!
Beating a displacer with 6.
Yeah. Okay, that ends his turn. Tyrael.
Okay.
Mama's on deck.
The next attack will throw
Alright.
Legos in the ground.
So now,
Caltrops.
right? So now I have a serious question for the party. Has anybody used Shaped Blast? Because this would be my first time using it.
Shaped
Is it-
blast?
Is it a
No.
sorcery point per target that you want to avoid, or is it one to
Oh,
avoid them all?
It's 1 point.
It's
Okay.
yeah.
So
Just one sorcery point.
this guy's about to get Kamehameha with a fireball.
Ooh.
Now let's see if I actually hit, because I mean he's got the dex save there. So he's got to make a 16.
This is Mama?
You got one.
Right
The
there, right in
little
front
one.
of me.
Oh, that guy?
His save
Oh, this guy's different.
throws are awesomely high.
Dude.
No, that Mama's is great. These guys are not so
No, I mean his
Yeah.
because he got 16. I mean that's a definite.
I
awesome
maxed out
save.
charisma like out.
Okay.
Good.
He critical.
Natural 20.
Oh, no!
You know what? If it weren't my prerogative to miss 90% of the sessions, I would be more angry. But
And you don't get half damage?
no,
No.
because he dodges. He's
He
got
dodge,
that
yeah.
stupid
Yeah.
dodge thingy.
Tyrael, how you doing back there?
Evasion.
I missed.
Oh, I'm shocked.
He's
Oh
right in front of him there.
Yeah, you see the fireball
It's like right in front of him.
connect to the
seriously.
part of the tree. Part of the tree just explodes.
can't miss.
I shaped the blast to miss
What was
my
your,
party mates.
what was your first shaped blast?
Yeah.
First time ever doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You're
So think of it
learning.
like that.
But I missed
Buddy,
with a fireball that hits 20 feet.
it's like you literally went, wow.
Yeah, it's like it's just split off
I'm gonna miss
around
my
him.
friends. Not him, God.
Yeah.
Can I at least light a tree on fire?
You did. The tree.
All right,
the
good.
tree-
There's a
the
tree
behind
Tree's
us burning.
mildly
Something's
jacked up
burning.
Oh, no.
Smokey Bear's coming after you next.
I know.
You just
Smokey the Bear's
single-handedly
got an attack of opportunity.
burn down the entire Fey forest with
Okay.
your misguided
He's a
fire.
legendary creature.
Oh,
What do you do?
So you can prepare
Okay.
it.
Mama's turn.
that is so good.
Mama sees the glinty guy. Again,
Glinty guy.
you. More attacks. That's a hit. That's a hit. That's a hit.
Oh,
That's okay.
smackdown.
So, tentacle damage. You want total?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be... Hold on, sorry, doing math. 46 damage.
Oh,
So
Ow.
let's take -9, and then let's do Stone's Endurance, which gives me a D12.
oh, nice. Of course you get a 12.
Yes, so good.
Look at this.
Let me give it up.
Look at
And
this.
let me get +3 on that, so that's
12.
15 minus. It's not 24. And how much did you say it was 46? Okay.
So the tentacles, and she rakes her claws again, across your face.
My face is perfectly fine.
Huh?
What's that ability called?
Avoidance?
That's what it's called?
Why?
I'm posting
How much should I say?
Okay, and she is not moving.
15.
No, she's gonna try and move. She's gotta get out of there.
46.
Oh, she's gone now.
Yeah, so she's gonna run backwards again to where she tried to go. You guys get attack opportunity.
figure out where she goes afterwards. Since
I only have my those bolts in my hand. So.
oh no!
Actually, I almost did it. No, I didn't. 14.
Okay, un momento, por favor.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got her. 26.
Okay, you got it. She's not
You
moving.
stay. And let me do damage.
Roll damage.
Coming at me with 46 damage. I come at you with that whopping 3. It's gonna be like 9.
How much?
9. 9 damage.
But she's
Take it.
stuck
But
there.
She's stuck.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
important.
she's
And
stuck.
Anolo hasn't gone yet. From
Dang.
the wrath of this witch.
I never try and run than what I try and do.
Since she ended her turn inside the sphere again.
Well.
14 strength save.
Natural 20.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, we've been rolling a lot of 20s. Nice, it's
Yeah.
good.
Nice.
Sorry, I have a terrible camera.
Okay,
keep
and-
wobbling.
The refugees keep running towards the path, and those guys are just going to keep running forward a little bit. Yeah, they're in difficult terrain. Okay, cool. And this guy who disengaged, he's like, "Guys, wait for me!" Yeah, okay. You're good.
My floppy stick.
That used to be Anolo. I'm like, no.
Alvin!
There's a
Yeah,
better
you-
sword in there.
Alvin, snow's on deck.
I'm up.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna slap the mama beast with some call lightning some more. So
You're gonna have to get out of the circle of protection first to cast a spell. So
that's
where
fine.
where
I'll walk right out then
just okay.
to
So
get myself in range.
okay.
Bring forth.
So anyway, DC 14 check. Dex.
I save. Your lightning
So you're only
misses.
gonna take half of this lightning
I
damage.
do not.
Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't take anything.
Don't even roll.
No.
Yeah, he dodged. Yeah. No, did you see his face? Oh, I was so sad.
I'm telling you, that's
No.
exactly what happened to me twice.
That's what
tonight.
happened to Teriel too. If they dodge with the dex save, they don't take any damage.
Improved
That
evasion
is
is a
not how
thing.
call lightning works.
No, that's how
That's
their
how-
ability works. These illusion beasts are super magical dodgy.
They have something called avoidance, apparently. And when they make a dex save,
Awful and I hate it. But
You have a comrade now in.
we are now Avoidance Anonymous.
well, as my bonus action, I'd like to cast Healing Spirit to give Anolo a little help. 'Cause it looks like he got smacked around.
I got toasted by some tentacles. You know.
Yeah.
Ain't no
So I'm casting Healing Spirit as a 3rd level spell.
Ain't that up.
Okay.
A translucent ghost force looking fey spirit appears and heals you up for these 2d6 I'm about to roll.
And we're also.
4 hit points. Sorry, it wasn't more.
How much? 4?
4.
Alright.
It was a bonus.
4 is the difference between life and death sometimes.
Sure is.
Can't be.
Why is it saying read out loud? There it goes. Okay.
Read out loud.
Yeah, Windows is going to start 93
Jeez.
slash 115. Anyway.
You done moving, Alvin?
Do you want to go back into the sphere?
No, I'm fine.
You're fine? Okay.
I'll stay out.
Snow.
Alright, so bonus action to strike her with the lightning bolt again. With advantage.
There's no shape that number is killing me.
What's that?
Oh.
No shape number itches.
That's 21 to hit.
Hit.
46 lightning.
Woo, lightning!
Crispy critter.
16.
Crispy.
Okay.
And for my regular action, I'm going to cast Ray of Frost because it doesn't have a save.
This is straight range attack, right?
Yep.
Yep.
See, I would get advantage on this, right?
Not that
It's
one.
missing its...
Yeah, she's still fairy fired.
And within
And the
5
fairy
feet,
fire,
so pack
yeah.
tactics for kobolds.
Oh, that too.
So
That's a 7.
that's a 21 again.
It's a hit.
Now that is 2d8. Where are you? There you are.
Where are you? I'm gonna be rolling
9
dice
cold.
now.
How much?
9.
9. Okay.
and its movement is reduced 10 feet.
Okie dokie. Let's put that on her.
Right on the horn, yeah. Perfect.
Frozen.
Let's see, how much longer before the minute's up?
Oh, this is only round 3.
Yeah, we got 10 rounds.
Oh boy, I think it's a lot longer than I thought.
Round is
Yeah, it's 10 rounds. Yeah, every round is 6 seconds.
You're gonna bring its baby back with no mama.
Aww.
And I'm gonna send it there to hell. That's right, you got no mama because you're a beast from hell. Although I do
Okay.
feel supremely bad.
2 Zars. Anolo's on deck.
Oh, right. He's not dead yet.
He's not quite dead.
Let's do some more magic missiles. That seemed to work out pretty well last time.
Mama's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get rid of it.
I was gonna lose her head.
I am amazed.
She's slightly
Still
the tentacle.
What parts of
One
these
too
is
many times.
Alvin gonna turn into armor?
The hide. It's
Okay.
a cloak. It's displacement, man.
Not as good
I
this
think
time.
that's true.
Yeah.
I could use a new pair of boots.
5.
You can't see his
his
feet.
cloak. Yeah. Look, guys, my feet are gone.
No, but that would be the problem because your feet would keep displacing and you would never be able to step properly. So
You
you'd
could.
be constantly falling.
You
But
over.
it'd
just
make you
have a
look
lot
like
of
MJ,
trouble.
dude. Like
17
moonwalking
damage.
without even
17 damage.
17 damage.
17.
To,
Wow.
To Mama?
To the
Yeah.
mama, yeah. Ah, not bad.
Okay. You light up the displacer beast. You see she's kind of waving around, looking very weakened, taking a lot of damage. Or her, like, you can't tell if part of her bones are broken or it's just she's just bleeding out. It's just she doesn't look good.
Smells like burnt cat.
It's more
We
to
struck
Anolo.
by 2 sources of lightning.
Let's hit it. So here's
Back in time.
attack number 1.
Oh,
Hold.
I'm just trying to imagine my
Little
house
one?
cat.
No,
Like,
It's
has
a 16.
Oh.
Roll it.
Oh.
That was
That's a
a
hit.
22.
That's a hit.
We still have 2 more
Yeah, there's 2 more inspiration.
inspirations, just in case anybody feels like they're not doing enough stuff.
You want me to reuse one on the one that I missed to send this thing into the depths of hell?
Yes.
Alright, so
Wow.
here's the first attack, though. And that would be a convenient 1. Plus a 6, so that's a 7 damage.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 22.
That's a hit.
Yeah, sucker.
Better than last time.
So that would be an 8.
2.
It is pretty beat up.
But not dead.
Not dead yet. Just kind of getting lower to the ground, looking around, looks really angry.
1 second.
Ender.
Wait. There's a bonus action. Never mind. Go for it. You're good.
how these bolts stab at my rapier.
Okay.
Yo, by the way, you and I took this thing
damn
down.
it.
Nobody else.
Wait, no.
I shot at it.
There's
but I missed.
there's still 1 inspiration left.
You get, yeah, what?
16?
16 for my first attack, and oh yeah, it hits for the second attack.
You want to use the inspiration for your first attack, Russ?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
6 was what?
9.
No. So one hit.
No inspiration left.
7.
I know, I got the same, right?
Okay. You lash out, kind of slice over the top part of her shoulder blade, get real close to one of the tentacles.
But still.
Yeah.
You
Still,
see us going, yeah.
still.
This thing is a
You wish you
tough
would?
customer.
No.
Ned.
Do I have disadvantage on this guy again? Or is he still standard?
The illusion has reappeared.
Has reappeared
Oh,
and
that's a
just...
good question.
Oh, yeah.
Right, because you're flanking it with the other
Nah,
people.
not flanking.
No, would have to be behind him. I do have the question of, since this had the elvish, the fire, fairy fire, whatever, is it lost its, like,
Advantage.
Yeah.
advantage? Okay. So I have advantage against him now, and disadvantage on this one.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast, and 1 bolt is going to go towards each. So the bolt going towards Mama is advantage, and that's a 19 plus 6, 25.
It's going to be a hit.
You can
Right.
cast 2?
Once you reach level 5 as a player, you get double bolts.
You can see her like go to cast it and then beaming, so it splits up.
And then the other one I'm gonna cast at this one with disadvantage. Oh yeah, no, that neither of those were good. Okay, so Eldritch Blast is a D10. I've never had to roll a D10 before. Why? But I get to attach because I have a special agonizing blast. It gets +3, so that's a 4 damage.
Okay. So this crackling bolt of reddish purplish eldritch blast lights up the night sky and blasts into the side of the Displacer Beast, lighting up a portion of its ribcage. Not dead yet.
Oh my gosh!
You moving?
Nope, I'm gonna stay right there.
The young guy is gonna take seeing his mama getting pelted from all sides, and is kind of terrified by this little short person firing bolts of energy. That's gonna take some tentacles at you, Ned.
No!
Miss. Critical fail.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Ties itself up.
Yeah, it's just like turns around, slaps itself in the face.
No.
Yeah, totally just.
Poor little guy is just learning how to eat people.
Yeah.
Too bad it's his last meal.
Okay. And it kind of. Oh, the tree's on fire.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
I hit something.
A whole colony of gremlins. Now have to find a new home. Real?
Well, you know what? They should have thought about
You
that.
finally hit the broadside of a barn.
You
You just didn't hit
Yes!
the actual
He did
piece.
that last session. He hit the barn door.
Okay.
I did.
And you see that he takes a few points of fire damage. He's like the backside of his light are getting very warm, almost singed. I can't run. Can I run through the hut?
No,
Unless
he
you
can't,
risk
he
his
can't move to
shins.
the hut at all.
It's a very
Shouldn't have attacked. I should have jumped.
slippery surface.
Yeah, they're not too bright. That's it. He just backed in the corner, ready to fight. Okay.
Does this have to make another
Tyrael.
Okay. So at this
It's
point,
an
Tyrion's
entity.
getting a little manic.
Did she make a turn?
And he's just going, this next one can't miss. This next one can't miss. And he's going to shoot at
No, maybe not.
the Mama Beast
What are you doing?
with another fireball.
Oh my gosh.
I have a level 4. I shot the first one level 4. I have shot the last one level 3. I've got 2 more level 3 slots.
Okey-dokey.
Oh my gosh.
Please, for the love of God, if I don't hit.
I don't know if we need to do level
Well,
3. This is
Dex
kind
save is 16.
roasted.
How do you want to do this?
Oh! He did a thing!
Oh.
Yay!
Okay,
It's
so
red
let me just
every
add a
time.
sword point so I don't burn everybody else. But, yeah, it's basically just going to, like, disintegrate in this huge conflagration that's just spanning from 20 feet. So these guys are basically blinded. All this box is just fire.
Okay. As the Displacer Beast immolates and disintegrates, you see tentacles come up out of the blaze and just disappear into ashes.
I giggle maniacally. I hit something!
There you go. You hit something.
I hit something!
Please take Mama off the board.
This is what I'm capable of.
I do have value.
Did you count how much damage you did?
No, I don't
No,
even care.
You didn't even care. You just wanted to hit something.
Wanted to hit.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
so that's Mama.
Oh, God.
All right, Alvin.
Your turn.
What's still on the board?
This guy right here. That guy.
Guess who I'm gonna hit with lightning?
Getting hit with lightning. Sweet.
14 dex save.
Critical fail.
Oh, he failed. You did it! Get him!
Zapify him.
Because it's a critical fail, I'll let you have full damage.
Oh.
Full damage.
No. Yeah, when he rolls.
Oh, okay.
No. It's not like a critical hit on his end.
Okay.
Because if I
So not max damage.
fail, I automatically have to.
Not max damage,
Okay.
but yeah,
Oh.
whatever you
Okay.
roll.
Okay.
Behind the scenes.
Full damage when they...
No. You just roll your dice and he doesn't have to take half of it away.
Yeah.
He has like magical resistance stuff or something. So behind the books, he's doing all kinds of
Read that skill.
sneaky
That
sneak.
is bluster.
Oh yeah, you guys are doing
Yeah.
numbers up like nope. Half,
Anyway.
half.
24.
24.
24 damage total.
Nice.
Oh, he's in rough shape. Looks very scared. The tentacles are up. The prongs on it are angry and pointed out. It's bleeding and kind of lopsided and singed, missing lots of its hair. Snow.
And just before my turn's over, as a bonus action, I'm gonna have that Fey Spirit heal Anolo some more.
Oh.
What a guy.
7 more hit points this time.
Thank you, my friend.
You know, a friend in need and all that.
Is an elven all good indeed. That made no sense, but yeah.
What are you
you
doing,
get
buddy?
it.
Is his image gone?
Whatever, we'll fix
Oh,
it
yeah.
in post.
Alright, so I'll do the damage. Bonus action, launch lightning bolt out of the sphere I did.
Okay.
Oh.
Jeez.
How far reach does it have?
60 feet.
Wow.
Oh, 22 to hit.
You hit.
That is 46. 11 lightning.
11 damage. Okay. So another lightning bolt fires out of the side, barrels into the right side of the displacer beast, puts a gaping hole in the side of it. You see ribs and blood and guts spill out.
And then my action of freeze ray thingy.
Freeze ray.
Or
Is that
ray
a
of frost. Ray of
bonus
frost.
action?
19 to hit.
That's a hit.
That is 2d8.
Holy shit dance.
6.
How do you do this?
Oh.
Damn.
The ray of frost is gonna strike it right in the face. It's gonna stick solid and then slump.
Okay. Very nice.
It's a hell of an ice cream headache.
It's good timing.
Those are the worst ones.
Yeah.
Do you want
Because
the beast back?
Yeah.
Is this more like what it looks like? No, they're all the same.
no, well, not yet.
Shimmer,
Not
shimmer,
yet.
shimmer.
He's not coming back yet.
Oh,
I
we're
can make
gonna
him.
prepare for a turn.
Yeah, we've got a few turns.
Oh, jeez.
We start a fire there?
No, then it won't appear back. But I'm gonna pop it out. I was gonna turn somebody into a dinosaur, but since they, but maybe we're doing such a good job that we can just take it out like this. If you guys want to get all around the thing, all the melee people, I can bring it back unless somebody's got a plan.
Just bring it back in the middle.
I've
We'll
got
mosh
some.
pit it
I
out.
don't think he can move where it comes back.
I can't.
It's just a
It's
matter
gotta
of
come back
the
there.
time when it can come back.
Yeah.
Gosh.
All right, so let's all take a
Yeah,
round
please
and
can.
move around it
Yeah,
if we want.
yeah.
If you're melee, if you're not,
Oops.
I want to
Yeah,
be
of
there.
course.
Let the casters
No,
go the other side.
right
So the
in.
casters can
You want to be right in there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you and me. We can occupy the same 5-foot space because we're so tiny.
Well, it's,
But,
it's a large creature. You guys can't get on that near the wall.
yeah, if you get in its spot, it will appear back
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Since that is way beyond my 60-foot lightning bolt range, I'm going to go ahead and dismiss my storm sphere.
Who's
Okay.
this?
Oh, you have time if you want to cast something there.
This is all good. I don't want all good next to his mouth.
There's nothing
I'll take the
permanent
mouth.
I can put there without hitting
Yeah,
everybody else.
if any casters have like a
5-foot
Area of
radius,
effect
like
kind of
cloud of
thing.
daggers type deal. Right.
Well,
Nope, don't have anything like that.
You cast.
branding smite on my weapon.
Ooh.
You guys are ruthless.
Yeah, we're gonna kill this baby.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Its mother screwed me up, and I'm gonna make sure its mothers get center children in heaven.
We're good people.
What else can we do? Can we try to charm it?
Animal handling?
Wait a minute.
This isn't a creature that I can speak to. It's not an animal.
What language does it speak?
It's
Does
a
it have
fey
one?
thing.
It's a monster. We can't really.
It's
It's a
monstrosity,
beastie.
All right.
There's only one good thing to do to
Okay,
monsters.
so when it
Name it
comes
Jim
back,
Rabbit.
you guys all have an attack.
I'm gonna. Can I still go? Can I still live my turn when I bring
Well,
it back?
Yeah,
What do you
it's
mean?
still in
Two
order,
swords.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll start on your turn. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. So it reappears, and suddenly its image shimmers next to it. Looks like there's two of them.
And I look for his eyes.
I can only cast one more spell.
Don't worry.
I don't think we need to worry about it.
Well, that's not a problem. You guys are completely
To the
surrounding it.
Does it have its displacement image on it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So attacks against it have disadvantage.
So I'll just get negated.
Because you have like a bonusy thing.
Yeah, he's got the
I
pack
have
thing.
pack tactics.
More magic missiles.
Okay. That works.
They've been working well for you so far.
Yeah, they've been doing pretty okay. At really high levels, they're pretty awesome. So 5,
7, 3, 8.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 damage.
Cool. Not bad. So you light up this new displacer beast that just emerged from your pocket dimension. All right. So let's just go in initiative order.
No,
for...
wait, me.
Yeah.
Anolo.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
Let's go for the attacks.
Yes.
Resume from there. Yeah.
You guys get all one round before it can do anything again.
First attack.
It's a
25. Okay. Second attack is a 23.
Hit.
So, first attack, because I cast Branding Strike. Before the spell ends, the weapon gleams with astral radiance as you strike. The attacks deal an extra 2d6.
Oh my.
Right? Radiant damage to the target, which becomes visible if it is invisible, and the target sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius and can't become invisible until the spell ends.
Oh, good thing it doesn't turn invisible.
Yeah, but doesn't that show that the light is on, not the...
It affects both its images. Though.
All right. So it's effectively lighting up this place.
You turn it into
10
a
feet.
night
A
light.
lantern. So here's the... Yes. 13 regular with 8 radiant. And that's the first attack.
That's 21.
And then the next is 11 regular with 11 radiant. So 22.
Wow.
Damn.
Okay, yeah, you take your with the power of Helm lighting up your sword, you take two mighty cleaves into the soft, the muscled flesh of this young displacer beast. Never had a chance.
Oh, die?
No, it's still alive, but it's.
God, you speak to me as if you've never had a chance. Now I feel super guilty. It's like a mama.
It's quite a long.
My God's servant surely powered your blade well.
That's what he thinks.
Alright, I'm just going to take my 2 attacks.
Okay.
My rapier. The 15.
Hits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these guys are not so strong.
Yeah, that misses.
What's your
It was a 13.
That's a hit.
Oh, okay.
It's
So,
a calf version. It's
Oh,
a
this
veal.
one's the little one.
Yeah.
Displacement
Aww.
8 plus 6 is 14.
I know, which is super gross. I feel super terrible. Because calves are like
And
super...
11.
How do you want to do this?
Oh!
Aww.
I wanted to hit it.
I
just wanted to hit it.
You wanted to think about
I
it.
just watched Anolo whack the crap out of this. So my first hit was just to damage it, and then the second one I go, oh, it's about to die. So I just kill it as quickly and painlessly as possible. Just quick jab through the eye to the brain or something. I don't know if that'd be
Great. Awesome. You pull your rapier out, get this, displacer beast eye at the end of your rapier. Okay, and that's it.
I guess I could say I dotted my eye.
Okay.
Crossed your T's, dotted your I.
Oh, now
Oh,
dotted
boy.
your eye. Yes, now I get the phrase. I was like, okay, I know the pun, but where's the
Across his
phrase?
T-bone states with my blade.
Yeah, can you eat the splicer beast?
Yeah,
You
sure.
could probably.
Try
There's
not.
one that's cooked over there.
I want to immediately go up to Ned and just be like, "What? How did you cast spells?"
Well, I had this crazy dream, and I was like, whoa, I'm doing these cool things in this dream. And so I thought I'd try and do
the silver leaf emblazoned in your palm now. It starts to shine with a silver light.
Yeah, and I show that off to everyone.
Should we put the tree out?
Well, we can cook the beast first, man. We don't have to build a fire.
I don't want a forest fire here. These are.
Well, let's have Zarek produce some water, and then I can shape water and.
I'll put out the fire with the.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of paint here.
How's Jim Goliath over there?
Hold on. So Zarek hovers over and goes, "This is what you want. You want this out." He kind of just turns his eyes into hoses.
Oh, you're handy.
All
You
right.
are, or hand something.
I was going to use shape water, but
You can still
he's
shape
got
it.
it.
That coordination disappeared.
Okay. No, what Goliath?
The guy who got shanked.
The damage?
Jim
Oh, the one that was up
next
here?
Yeah, he
Next Goliath.
Is he not quite dead, or is he?
he bled out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
No.
Can we skin these things?
Not the Goliaths.
Oh my god!
Inspiration point.
Oh my god!
It's back.
Well played. Okay.
Not that we'll use
You can
it.
try to
It's nice
skin
and
them.
clear.
Will it be like
First, I think
survival?
we should also see if Elvin can help out with like a survival roll or something. Who's got a better like survival roll?
Probably Elvin.
Not me. I'm negative
Elvin,
one.
what do you survival?
My survival's +6.
Oh damn!
So you want to try to skin these things for maybe make them into
Are
clothes
they
later?
still displacing while they're dead?
No.
No.
They're just-
That's like an ability
It's
they
an
have.
ability,
It's not like
yeah.
their skin naturally does it.
Are the people still running away?
No, I think you can totally make
No,
special
well-
cloaks with them.
I think they stopped to watch and they realized that most of the stuff is combat's over, so they slowly checking, they're looking through the trees and making sure everything's safe.
Skin these things, would you? All good?
All right, and then I'll help come with the abortion.
All right.
And as I'm skinning them, I go, "Hey, Anolo, can you give me a hand pulling some teeth?"
Yeah. Why not?
A handful of its teeth?
Which
Do
one?
you want a tooth?
No.
Alvin, which one?
Mama beast.
The mama one?
I want the big teeth.
Oh, jeez.
You gotta make a strength check.
Not
to
all
pull teeth
Druids
out.
are all hippy dippy, okay?
Would a 16 do you?
Yeah, you kind of pull on it. Actually, same.
I can use both hands, and I can make another roll.
Yeah.
No, you tried the one-handed.
Okay.
That's a warhammer, because you just like...
I need you to roll a d10.
Oh, my fingers.
That's a d12.
That's a 12.
Yeah.
You should
That's
take
even
the
better.
better.
9.
Oh, no.
Jesus, are you serious? Okay,
Ow.
so as you're trying to pull the tooth out, you cut your hand up a little bit. You take 3 points of slashing damage, and
Which
you
is
see the
the game.
poison, the venom from the teeth kind of slipping down. You feel it course through your veins. You feel warmer, but not much else. And you realize that whatever effect to the head is not affecting you or is worn off.
Most of it went into Ander.
It's trippy, right? Right?
I
kind of liked it.
Not as trippy as that time on a mammoth. But I mean, it could have been. But look, I'm taking it damage. It hurts. I mean, look at it. It didn't even hurt, man. I mean, it's crazy.
Oh, boy.
Because I take actually -3 off of any damage.
Okay.
Ouchie, but
So now you have extracted 2 large mother displacer piece teeth.
2 teeth. 2 of them.
Female Goliath's watching. Don't be too gross.
2 teeth.
Brushing off my. I did not put my finger in my wound.
No takesy backsies. Hold on.
Did she see?
Yeah, she saw it.
Wait. For Goliaths, does she like that?
No.
Oh,
Everybody loves.
They're not barbaric.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe
Tomato,
that's like a
tomato.
cool thing.
oh my god.
Okay, we're doing anything else?
Did he make the skinning roll?
Do you make your skin roll? That
Oh,
sounds awful.
Sorry.
Make my skin roll.
What was that? A survival?
Yeah.
Yeah.
19.
19.
Oh.
You're trying to skin them? Yeah, so you
Yes.
take your... What do you have a knife, I assume, right?
Yeah, I have a knife.
You can
Okay.
burn one of mine if you do.
Yeah, so you definitely make some quick cuts and you start peeling away the outer layers of skin, separating it cleanly from the muscle and other tissue and other fatty tissues. There's blood everywhere, but you do extract the hide pretty easily.
Cool.
I love the delay.
Anything else?
As he's going, I kind of clean things up. With
Oh,
my
yeah.
prestidigitate.
Prestidigitate.
I'm calling the people. Like, okay.
Okay. Rounding people up, trying to calm them down, like, okay, this is... Okay, as you shepherd everyone back into camp, I assume you guys are going to just get back, take another...
Try and long rest again.
Try and long rest again?
yeah.
Yeah, I
sounds
spent
good
a
to
lot
me.
of fireballs.
The good news is, though, we lost nobody.
Except the one.
We lost the one Goliath that was up here. But he was a nobody, if you want to look at it that
Tomato,
way.
tomato.
You want to
When in Rome.
Okay.
You want to do
Maybe
some
rest.
barrel rights or?
Pieces.
All right.
Yeah.
So as you guys set up camp once again and wind down for the evening, you take a long rest. The rest of the night passes peacefully in the Feywild, and as you fall asleep to the chirruping of crickets and other small birds. And that's where we'll end this session.
That was awesome.
Nice job tonight, folks.
I just want to say, I was a warlock for the entire time that we were previously. I have a level 2 warlock now.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Really?
She's been
Yeah.
keeping this a secret for a long time.
Dude, that's wild.
And
though.
I was waiting.
so
for
that
something to come up
Silverleaf
with that
imprint was
symbol. I
kind of
like,
playing on it.
Yeah, that was
So
her
she says
coming into
something.
contact with her patron.
Oberon is my patron.
Mine equals blown.
I've known this for